Hey there, everybody. It's your friendly DM, TJ Lee. I just want to let you know that, unfortunately, due to some YouTube copyright things, a section of this episode has cut content. Now, I will say this, in a 3.5 hour sojourn into the Nightmare Detectives, it's okay. You're not really missing anything important. I have reviewed it, and there's not really much I could do about it without either heavily delaying the episode or just re-editing the whole thing, which is a lot for 4 hours. So I apologize in advance. I promise it's nothing too bad. If anyone does any questions, it will probably be in the phenomenal recap and transcript that Lucy, aka Spirit Voices, does. That will be in the description below. Thank you all so much for your constant support of our Monster of the Week project, and without the sharing from the Dark Somnium, I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are now, having surpassed 50,000 total listens, and we're just rocketing up and up and up. So this is the end of Knowledge is Power, and we're about to move on to something very, very different, very exciting in our next arc of the Nightmare Detectives. Thank you all so much. Have a happy new year. And hey, if this is not your cup of tea, that's totally okay. We got Sturgeon content twice a week. We'll see you then. Take care. Okay, gang. We are not going to have any fancy monologues on this occasion. We are going to get straight into it. You have all walked down to Sector 9 in St. Martin's Institute for Higher Learning with a sense of purpose and a desire possibly stronger than you've ever felt up to this point in your investigations to eviscerate an enemy in front of you by the name of Dr. Professor Salem Schlengel. And I'm going to give you guys the opportunity, before you're standing at the doors to Sector 9, if you want to have any planning, if you want to discuss amongst yourselves about how you're going to do this, you are welcome to do that. And if you're not, let me know and we will move the scene forward. But I want to give you the chance rather than just shoving you straight away to the front door.
Well, first thing, I guess, is it just unspoken that Fala is fighting with us? Because we haven't seen her fight yet, right?
So Fala... Well, actually, Amy, why don't you tell us before I say anything?
Ooh, like, what do you mean? Oh,
so
shit.
So how is Fala feeling about it? Because, like, we could probably do a scene from Fala's past to kind of explain some of this, like, the motivations away, but how is Fala feeling about all this?
Okay,
So I don't think it's right for me to just say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of working on getting into her character a little bit, but I would imagine, like, as far as everything that's been going on, she's... I know that, like, this is why she's come back. This is sort of the flashpoint, and already things have been kind of deviating from what she's familiar with. So I think that she at least knows that this is at least the right way to go, and this is why she's here in the first place. So yeah, I think that she's obviously committed. But
do you know why Fala is back here? Like, what led her to be coming back here?
I don't have that answer yet.
Okay. I have a little bit of sort of insight into that, but I also want to give you the opportunity to write that yourself if you wanted to. It's entirely down to you as to, you know, how much you want me to lead with that.
Feel free to take it away, and I'll work with what you give me, and we can collaborate more later.
So, obviously, like we said last time, we were using the Traveler And the description of which is, all your predictions about the future are wrong. I am not going back to that apocalyptic world until I do everything I can to guarantee a better future. Have you thought about how far in the future you would be for Sturgeon? Even as a ballpark of what you were expecting.
Yeah, I was thinking probably like 100 years was sort of what was in my brain, like enough that there's been significant technological advances and that there's been enough.
Okay.
Or I guess 50 to 100 years.
Yeah, I would say it's been about 50. Because the technological advances are less about the advancements that people make in, you know, like since the apocalypse, and more like people have been sharing information readily. Because there's been dire straits. Because obviously, you're looking at the situation right now, and you can see that there's technology that is pretty on par, in some respects with some of the stuff you have. I think that's important to note. But when we go through the introductions, the reason I'm doing this is that we kind of missed this out before. But when you get here, wait for everyone to catch up so you can do your introductions together. Go around the group on your turn, introduce your traveler by name and look, and tell the group what they know about you. And obviously, at this point, we've kind of done that in our own way. So we'll sort of, not worry about that too much. However, what we do need to establish is what made Fala come back. And we've talked about the fact that the Death May Die Nightmare Mortuary Clinic is Fala's means of transport. And that's because it's a building that existed in the future. And we'll go more into this in the interlude. But something that I think to keep in mind as we go through this is that you had a group of friends, two of which were family members, who worked tirelessly to get this mechanism, this building, functional. And there was an event that happened prior, which is coming. It isn't that far in the future, though. Right now, you still aren't 100% sure when, because it's a flux. Things about time is in flux. It could be in a month. It could be in 10 years. You're within a window, though, and I would say you're probably within a window of about 1 month to like 3 years is probably my guess. And that's why you're sort of in this time frame. And whatever that event was, it decimated Sturgeon in the future. It killed off so many people, and those left were scrounging and scavenging. And the day that you were sent back was perceived as the last day for humanity. So there's a degree of purpose, I think, for Fala being back here, full of life and passion and positivity, despite some of the death you've had to experience.
Yeah. Okay. No.
And I think we'll leave that at that. Notes. Yeah, we won't. Okay. We'll leave it at that, so there's not too much. Like, Fala, unlike Margot, is a lot more upbeat. She spent all of her life in that apocalyptic world, but because of the machine that was developed by her grandfather and other members of that group, she was able to get away at times, utilizing it in ways she probably shouldn't, to go to places and just observe and just kind of find an escape. Because Fala's a little bit rebellious like that. So she doesn't have that absolute nihilistic negativity, and she's more willing to be open because she spends all her time around dead people, a council of spiders, and a chameleon named Gus. So she's a bit odd, but like in the way Margot was closed off, Fala is a lot more open and amenable to things. But I would still say she keeps her cards close to her chest. That's my early impressions of her, and just so you've got a baseline, but develop off of that as you want. But I would I would assume. Sorry, say again.
Oh, I was just saying we were kind of on the same wavelength with her, so that's good.
Excellent.
I don't have to.
And obviously change that as you need to as well. Just so you got that launch pad. But then I would assume, Amy, that Fala would be on board to fight with them.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, on that note then, you guys take the walk and you go down to Sector 9, and you are let through the first set of doors, it is very quiet. It is almost deathly quiet by the time that you get there. But anyone who was not supporting Schlengel has gone and has sequestered themselves in the ethics committee building. And Zephyr is protecting them, as is Wayland and Gaspar and probably Paint Gunkerson. And you go down that hallway, and instead of, that where that portal was, as you'll recall, you went through it last time. This time you're going down this long hall. And it's like a 5-minute walk. It's pretty long and extensive. If you guys want to make any rolls, make any checks, this is the time to do it. I'm just trying to get you guys in the habit of making judgment rolls, because you'll need to make a lot of them in D&D, and I can't always tell you when to make them.
Could I read a bad situation?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, mixed success. An 8.
Okay. That's just one question, right?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Trying to choose between two, sorry. I'm gonna say, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
That's rude.
That's a
That's
Flebs
that's
answer.
always
Yeah.
the most, that is always the most ominous question, and yet I still ask it.
I know.
Cool.
You can go. You can.
well-
I mean. To be fair, I just like to do that for dramatic effect. But yes,
Yeah,
there,
I know.
there are dangers, and I'm gonna say that you have a +1 advantage, but everyone's gonna make a sharp roll for me.
Okay.
Oh, such speed.
Look at how easy
Wow!
and
Look at
fast
this.
that was.
Jeez.
We all.
Except
Oh,
Jericho. All right.
Jericho.
We
All
got
right.
Jericho for once.
I literally cannot.
No,
All
it's
right.
okay. You're saving up. You're saving up for your magic rolls.
So,
Don't worry about it.
The door shuts on the end you walked through, and a set of lasers starts running down the bottom of the floor and coming towards you. And Fala, who got a 12, Jimmy, who got an 11, and Flebs, who got a 13, you pivot and pirouette and just outpace this thing. So Jimmy, you just kind of like run to the end and smash through that door. Fala, you kind of utilize one of the technology pieces you have, like hover boots, to kind of just go above it, and then you just kind of effortlessly glide through there. Flebs, you stick on the wall and you kind of crawl above like a Spider-Man type. Callista, you are a little bit bow-legged. You got a 9. So like you managed to make it, but like your body is kind of weirding you out a little bit. There's pressure.
Her wing almost gets caught.
Yeah, like there's pressure points in your body that you've not noticed before. You feel like you haven't gained weight, but you feel like you're carrying more weight, and that your muscles are feeling a little bit more utilized now. It's a little bit unusual, your footing. So you do catch a scrape. Like one of these lasers goes across your back and it clips one of the wings. And you take 1 harm, and it takes some of your flesh. Like it singes it off, and a little, it's like a little robot. It comes out of the side of the wall and sweeps in, takes it away. Jericho,
Oh.
you start to run.
Uh-oh.
You trip over your cape. You fall forward, flat on your face. And your bare ass crack is hanging out.
Damn.
You
It's like me 2 hours ago.
That was the ultimate fail. Wow.
Yeah, well, you got a 6.
Understand?
And these lasers come past, and they singe your ass hairs, and they singe your ass, pretty gnarly. They take the flesh pieces, and again, they hide them, and you take 2 harm. I will say your butt is actually covered by boxers or pantaloons or whatever. But
Thanks.
but yeah, you by the time those laces have gone past, your ass is singed.
1 harm per cheek.
1 harm per cheek. You don't want to know what it would have been if it was 3 harm, Jericho.
It's no fair. This could be way worse.
And you guys hear a voice saying, I see you've met some of my security measures. I wanted to put you through your paces before you met me. It seems that most of you passed with flying colors. Jericho, sorry about your derriere.
I'm cool.
Something tells me he's not. Sorry.
You are, Mr. Branch, you are smoking. You are literally the opposite of cool. But okay.
You know the brainiac types. They, the humor is lost on them. I'm gonna shoot you.
Okay. And you guys go through to the next room.
Yeah, we are not fucking around this time.
No, you're not. You go into a large testing facility, and it's got stairs leading down, and the ones going up have been blocked off. Like, you can see there's a door, like on a second floor, but the stairs have been retracted. I'm trying to give y'all less and less. I'm trying to resist my temptations, because I know by this point, listeners are going to be, like, hating me for how much I'm leading you.
So that was Schlengel's voice, right?
Yes, it was.
Can we see him
Oh,
now that
yeah,
we're in the room?
it's definitely his voice.
You haven't gone into the... So you're in a little adjacent room, like a joint room, and, like, there's there's stairs going up and there's stairs going down, but you can't see Schlengel yet. You can see that there's paned glass above you on the second floor, and you could see, like, I'll give you this for free, but, like, you could see, like, there's, like, shadows above, but yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Can I roll to... Can I read about situation?
Sure.
Yeah, mine was used on the
Remember,
lasers that
gang,
immediately-
I will say, just a side note, you do have class-specific points you can utilize if you feel that the appropriate calls for it. I'm not saying that's now, obviously, but make sure you're really reading your
know.
character
I was
sheet.
looking
So
at
that
those.
was my question. So I have the historian, but it looks like I have to. It says when you investigate a mystery or read about situation, I can ask the historian. So it's like I roll for read about situation.
Yeah,
mystery,
and maybe
then I roll for historian.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to play by the rules.
Wow,
Ooh.
12,
So we're
bravo.
Then now successfully use one of those for the historian question. Then
All right.
and roll for that. Ugh.
Do you roll for that separately?
It's got dice.
Wow.
Can we just say my first roll was so good that we're just gonna pretend?
That is a karmic balance. You got a 12 on the read about situation, and a 6 on historian. How do I balance? How do I balance that? Well,
Two rolls.
That's
A
a
9.
I guess what I would say is you get one question, and that couldn't be the horse. I can let you have that as a historian. You just won't get the other question.
A deal.
Or is the historian question just one of the ones you can ask now? for read
No,
about
the
situation?
historian means that it basically means that she can like it's basically essentially let me read it back up actually. When you investigate mystery or read a bad situation, you can choose to ask, why does this seem familiar? One of the questions, if possible, the keeper will describe how a similar situation has happened in the past or future history. So basically, it's finding context from the future as to what this means.
Yeah, just.
Doesn't sound like
I
you roll
thought
twice,
that
though.
meant that that's I thought that meant that that's a question you can ask when you read a bad situation rather than one of the other questions that you can ask.
Yeah, but it looks like
I thought this was
Fala.
just a question added to the list.
That's fair, actually, but Fala did roll for that. And hang on, because it's got dice on it as well. Apparently, I didn't.
just would wonder why would I be given the dice if I wasn't?
I think okay. So I think you're supposed to roll historian in place of that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be fair and give you the 9 as a middle ground, and you can just ask it. So why does it seem familiar? This building, though dilapidated, exists in your future. Fala, and it is intimated in very colourful terms that this is the place where they conducted physical experiments on nightmares. And a lot of them were pitted against each other for sport.
Monsters?
The implications that came out of it were, if you think about how animal testing facilities are utilized now, and factor in, that there is a very real, very ugly trade for monkey fights and stuff like that, and, put those two together. It's basically a facility where they had all these monsters, these nightmares, these cryptids, and when they wanted to test their strength or test certain latent abilities, they would drug them up, shove them into this huge arena, and make them fight. Partly, they would always say to themselves, oh, it's for scientific purposes. A lot of it was to satisfy very animalistic, very selfish desires. And that is the room in front of you.
No specifics yet, though, on what monsters we might see.
No, Fala wouldn't have access to that on this specific day because they utilized a lot.
Am I familiar enough with the building to know whether or not I should go upstairs or downstairs?
You can't. Well, as I said, the stairs are retracted, so going upstairs would be an extreme challenge. But looking at the room, what it is.
Callista could take a look upstairs.
I was thinking about that, but I don't think I can. I don't think I.
How would Callista?
Oh, well.
How would Callista pop her head up that?
I'm not tall anymore.
Even if you were, like,
you're taller than me.
Even if that's the case, right. Do you guys think you're taller than like a standard like floor,
No.
like a 12-foot floor?
I thought you were saying I could fly up there, but
well,
I don't
no,
think I
you
could
couldn't
do
fly.
that either,
You
so.
can't fly up there because you haven't been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's a place.
right.
It's
This
I can
super-
go anywhere
listen.
that I've been to before or to a person.
Yeah,
I know
gang,
well.
it's a really OP move, and I like to think I'm a really chill DM who lets you kind of have fun with it. But I'm not letting you fly just somewhere you never been before. Like that's.
To be fair, I used to think that it was like someplace I could see, but it's not that.
Are the walls metal?
Are the walls metal?
Yes.
You would have to investigate that, my friend. Come on now. Come on now. Now, y'all are just getting
Zap the
greedy.
walls, Jericho.
Yeah,
These
y'all
are
are treating me.
I can't see what the walls made of.
No, as in like the material and whatnot. Like, okay, so you just had in fairness to me, you just had your ass singed. Like, flesh from your ass was just taken away, and you're a little bit loopy. If you were to put your hand on the wall right now, you could say to me, "This is chocolate." Like, you're
Can you ask us and we could look at it?
Thing is, let me be a real DM here. If I said to you, "Oh yeah, go and take a look at the wall. Is it made from tungsten? Is it made from platinum? Is it made from aluminum?" Would you know by touching it?
Well,
Exactly.
But we know
You wouldn't.
it's metal.
Okay, but there are different kinds of metal. This is the important distinction. What one do all of them? Again, now I might make myself sound stupid, but do all of them conduct electricity? Do all of them have the same
I don't
properties and
know.
abilities?
Are all of them
The same
magnetic?
Mhm,
Yeah, exactly. So they all
Exactly.
have different properties.
Exactly.
I was bad at chemistry.
No, I failed chemistry. I'm a dumbass. Let it be known for our listeners, I am a dumbass. But I know my DMs out there are listening along with me, going, "Yeah, you be pedantic. You be an arsehole." So
Should I
Alright.
roll to investigate what the walls made of?
hang on a second. Can you investigate to see what the walls are made out of, Jericho? Because I need specifics here, please.
Is Jericho a wall expert?
No,
Well, my mental idea was like, I was like, okay, what if I could like magnetize, like use magic to, like magnetize like my feet and just walk up the wall. That'd be pretty.
Do you
pretty
know how
cool.
to magnetize your feet?
That would be cool.
I could use lightning. It would just be static cling at that point. Feels on brand for the character so far.
It's on. I did say it's not on brand. It's just okay.
If Fala's allowed to have hover boots, can her hover boots have a magnet feature? Because that feels like that just feels like that would canonistically make sense.
TJ gave us a little bit of freedom, and we're already like.
I'm just waiting for folks
using
to. I
took
get in
a
my
mile.
juju bag and I get magno boots out.
Yeah.
I should
I'm just
mention,
saying,
by
I
the way,
can't
that
imagine.
the way you make magnets with lightning is normally like certain metal materials like iron being struck with them. It's not just any metal or material.
Yeah. So
Does Jericho
that's
have
why I was
trap
like,
shoes?
okay, yeah, that's why I was willing to like. Okay, that makes sense to investigate because the walls aren't something that can actually
Let's
hold
let's
a
find out.
positive or negative cling.
Let's find out.
I find cool, awesome.
An 8. They they have some properties that like actually no, you know what? No, I'm not gonna flake this. When you try to like test the properties of them, Jericho, are you using a gloved hand or are you putting a bare hand on there? What are you doing? I need to know.
Let's just say we use the bare hand for this.
Thank you for that gift.
Yeah,
The
you're
moment you
welcome.
put your
Go
bare
ahead.
hand on it, it is like putting your hand on a hot hob because it's sapping your magic.
Oh.
You pull it away before any damage can happen to you, but if it's made of metal, that's an estimation you could definitely make. But there is something imbued in it where it is sapping your energy. It's not even like just your energy; it's magic. Which I would
like the handcuffs.
It's very similar to the handcuffs. In fact, you could estimate on an 8, not know for certain, that it could be made from the same material as the handcuffs.
Well.
Yes, the wall's bad.
Wall's bad.
Can Flebs use
Wall's bad.
preparedness to pull a ladder?
I'm sorry?
We're not even gonna try to go downstairs.
I mean,
We need to investigate all.
Shadows
We see a
upstairs.
door. We see a door.
Does seem like the next best course of action.
We see a door that we cannot reach, and all of us individually try some last-ditch effort
I'm
to
just
get
waiting
up
for
there.
Jimmy
like,
because it's just gonna be Jimmy would like to punch the door, and that'll be it.
No, no, actually, Jimmy was gonna ask, are we? So we're in a room adjacent to what is essentially the Coliseum, right? We're not like out in it, right?
You're not in it, no.
Okay, well, Jimmy's gonna walk out there.
Well, before you do that, let me resolve that. I'm fine with that, but let me resolve. I just realized what preparedness is. Yes, Flebs, you can roll for that. You can roll for a ladder. I just realized no, because it's literally what it is. All right. Oh, this is great.
It's not here, but we have to go get it.
Well, no.
Oh.
What?
Ladder is.
Yeah.
Great.
No. This is what happens. So you open your juju bag, and you start pulling out the top of a ladder. And as you do, Flebs, you realize that it's much shorter than you thought it was going to be, and it's actually a step ladder. And you pull it out, and a little voice from your bag goes, I have fooled thee. If you wish for the ladder pieces me, you must answer these questions 3. I am the ladder fairy.
Does
A
Flebs have a
ladder fairy.
magical creature?
Someone lives
named
in the.
Juju bag?
I never put anything in the juju bag.
He
I
captured
just
me
grabbed the
when I
bag.
was but 13.
Oh
Oh
god.
shit, it rhymes.
Guys, don't
13.
believe that fairy. Don't believe that fairy.
I mean,
We
Just-
just found out the fairy existed.
but it's
The
been hiding
information
the
he
whole
imparted
time.
onto me was to tell everybody
know what
I
else
was
is in the
19.
Flebs, the
Just
amount of
cuff me.
information
How long have you
we
had
have on
that?
you gets more damning by the day.
You should
Send me
seek
to
help.
jail.
You should seek help. Yes.
If you're in danger,
Just take
blink
me
twice.
away.
I wish to be out
We're
there,
gonna-
and
we're
I
gonna
wish
get-
to thrive. Please check what's on Flebs' hard drive.
We are gonna get you an appointment with Dr. Good Doctor after this.
That's fine.
You hear
Maybe we
the
can
voice
cure
just
my-
cough. It's like,
my problem.
I'm
Wallace just
fucking
writes down
with
a
you.
note,
This
look
this
for
this
hard
dude
drive later.
this dude didn't put me in the bag. I'm just a little bit of a trickster. I'm the lad of fairy. I'm just
Oh,
don't see. I just kind of
See,
live in
guys, I'm
bags.
not a total creep.
He's just a bit of a creep. I've heard the things he says when you're not
you
around.
didn't really deny it though when we
You
said
know-
that.
he
Well, I said I
uh
don't know who that is.
you know this dude
Yeah,
likes to
but
sniff
this is
Nell's hair when
fun.
she's not looking, right?
Oh.
Guess what?
What was that,
What?
TJ?
You know this dude likes to sniff Nell's hair when she's not looking, right?
Well, no.
But you hesitated.
I mean,
You
I
did
had a crush
hesitate.
on her, but that's not. gonna
Had or
happen.
have currently.
I've never sniffed Nell's hair.
Ah, you got me. I'm just trolling you. But if you
See,
do
guys,
on that,
this-
if
this
you do on that
fairy is
ladder,
here to fuck
You're
me
a
up.
trickster. You're fun.
yeah,
I
if
like
you
you.
do on that ladder though, it's in 3 separate locations across the campus. So there's only one of me. I can fly out and get it, but if you look at me, I gotta break your neck. So y'all gotta turn away.
We really don't have time for games right
kinda
now.
on a-
I mean,
Not
you
on a
came to
tight
me. I mean,
schedule
Flebs
either.
opened my bag. He came to me. I'm. It's not my fault. If you don't have time, that's fine. But Flebs, that's gonna be. Let me get the receipt. Hold on a second. And you hear some scratching and some paper rustling. He's like, okay. So for the call out fee, for materials. For providing a step ladder on short
Yeah,
notice.
just put it on my tab.
No.
Lip syncing, close the back, close
They,
the
no,
back.
this can't. They ain't putting this on your tab, Flebs. I know you ain't got good credit.
Callista exchanges a
Really?
long-suffering look with
That's-
Jimmy.
This
That's-
fairy literally just lies about everything. My credit is fine, guys.
I'm gonna need your World of Warcraft account for this one,
Just
Flebs.
close the goddamn bag.
I need you gotta go to
Flebs
your
closes
loading.
back.
Thank
See how
you.
easy that
Sorry,
was?
fam.
That was not worth it.
No.
For
You
half
didn't
a
even-
laugh.
You didn't even ask his
Not
name.
even.
So
There's
rude.
another staircase. Why don't we just take that, guys?
Why didn't you ask his name? He was an important
Why would-
character.
Of course not taking you to the staircase now. We're gonna do more than zany ideas to get up there.
Guys,
Alright,
guys.
sorry, we can't give up
Why
now.
didn't you
Callista
ask?
walks toward the staircase.
Why didn't you
I'm
ask the
joking.
name? Why didn't you ask the name of my super cool important character that I didn't make up on the spot there and then? Why didn't you ask his name? So
Callista,
That's
Callista
just
and
a
Jimmy
ladder
are
fairy.
not entertaining this.
his name is Nightquill. There you go.
Since-
Okay. So,
We're rude. We to be fair, we are rude. We're like historically, we are rude. We don't ask the characters'
Yeah.
names.
Flebs should
I
have done.
still don't know the. I still don't know the name. I still don't know the
name.
name of that guy that like helped us in the Yarnum. So
I don't
You
think I
guys-
gave
you
his
guys are
name.
Hell for that one.
I don't think I gave his name.
We did.
no, because we didn't ask.
Don't ask.
Yeah. All right. So you guys are going into the central chamber, right?
I think Jimmy was doing something.
Jimmy?
Yes, Jimmy was walking out into the open fight pit thing.
Okay. Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Is that what's downstairs, or is that a different thing?
I don't know.
Are they separate?
No, it's
Oh.
right in front of us.
Yeah, you
So
just
that
got
goes
you
right
got yeah
in
you
front
got
of
the
us, and then we
downstairs
can also go
area.
downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh.
so Fala reaches for Jimmy and just says, "Hey, I know you're itching to get out there, but maybe we can poke around and get a little bit more information before we just dive right into the lion's den, literally. Come on. Let's go down the stairs. Come on, bud."
I say
Fala
we
just
go
starts
down.
walking down the stairs and gesture.
Yeah, like Callista
Shepherding.
is glancing between Fala and Jimmy to see what happens.
Jericho's doing the same.
Okay. This just seems
Fala
like it's a
starts
Mexican standoff of
flight
sorts now.
attendant
Yeah, I love
directing
it.
towards the stairs. Just
Mhm.
starts this way.
I'm just gonna let this play out. I'm just gonna wait until all of you walk through that door or don't, because it's not gonna. I'm not moving the plot along till I know.
That's fine. It's up to Jimmy.
Mhm.
Yep. I will wait.
I won't. Jimmy keeps walking out to the Coliseum.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
very small.
Okay.
He is very big.
Jimmy, once you get about 10 feet in, bud, I need you to make a tough roll for me.
Copy that.
Jesus Christ. This is gonna get messy.
Okay, an 8. You don't take any harm, but you are stunned and kept in place, as you walk into this room, and a spotlight comes down on you, and the familiar feeling of a collar is put around your neck, same as what happened before.
Oh, no.
But this time it is firmly put on, and these arms come out of the ground and they wrap them around your wrists and your legs. They don't bind you in a way that you expect, though. Your body's still frozen, but you then see these almost energy tethers as they run through them, and Dr. Schlengel's voice calls over the intercom and says, "Well, our experiment is about to begin. Will the others be entering, or will the mice stay outside the cage and not get their cheese?"
I want my cheese. I want my cheese.
I have really fucking had it with this guy.
Yeah.
And Jericho kind of like begrudgingly starts entering the Coliseum room, and I'm lactose intolerant.
And
Blood
Schlengel
flux
just
in it,
says, "I've read your file. I'm aware."
Is Schlengel aware that Fala is with them, or can Fala maybe like?
I
quickly
don't.
slip
Oh,
down the
that's a
stairs?
really good question, Fala.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think you'd have to make a. Well, it's not a perception; it'd be sharp, wouldn't it? But, or you could. Oh, you've already done historian. I'm trying to think what the right role would be for that.
Yeah.
Tell you what, why don't you act under pressure if you want to sneak? Let's just go. Just keep it simple.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
So I can let you do it, but there'll be a one of three things will happen. Either worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. Or you can just simply not do it.
I'll just stick with them, I guess. Just
You sure?
as well. No,
I think-
we'll do a price to pay.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea to sneak away.
So tell
Okay.
me what your intention is
okay.
first. Like, what is your intention? So I can get the price to pay right.
I'm hoping that, like, by getting downstairs, that'll give me some form of either like different vantage point or more information.
Downstairs?
on
Do you
how to-
mean upstairs?
Oh.
There's only one.
Why
I
not?
keep saying this, but there's only one route, and it's through that door. To get upstairs, like. We can figure out a way that you get upstairs. That's for against an eldritch child. I believe you are familiar with my pet, Nishtok. And you hear these low growling sounds as everyone above in the the balcony starts chanting. Like unholy, really creepy chanting. And from the other side of this, I'd say like maybe like 60 foot Colosseum, as Jimmy explained it, comes this hulking Leshy. But unlike before where it was rotting in the first phase, the cybernetic augments in the second, and the wall of flesh that sort of encompassed a little bit in the third, it seems cognizant this time, and its roots and vines are thicker. They are like almost steely, But there's something else about it. And the thing I will give you for free, without rolling, is sapiency. It is walking with a degree of purpose and confidence that it didn't have before. And if you want to know what else it's got, you have to roll for it. But, Jimmy, you are dropped to the floor. Like, you're only, up the ground for a little bit. Maybe 2-3 feet above. But, you feel that these markers on you are... They feel odd. And you don't notice why at the moment. But you sense that you should be cautious.
Okay.
And the door behind Nishtok closes, and Schlengel says, "Anything you want to do is permitted. Just give me good results. Good luck." And we're all going to roll sharp and see where we all come out. Damn, Jericho and Jimmy with the 11s. Callista with a 7.
Damn, it's just me.
Unfortunate.
I didn't even roll.
Flebs,
I didn't even roll
Flebs
that
hasn't
one.
rolled yet. Oh, no, Flebs got a 10. Okay. Wow, all right. And let's see what Nishtok gets. Damn, you guys are on it today, huh?
We're mad.
Yeah.
No. Of course you are. All right. Okay. Wow. So,
Damn it.
I'm gonna say if you're cool with it, I think Jimmy should probably go first. Went in first. That makes sense. Then Jericho. Then Flebs. Then Deshtok. I keep saying Nishtok. Deshtok, and then Callista. So, James, what are you gonna do, bud?
I was wondering if I could use a tough roll to try to break the manacles.
You wouldn't be able to break all of them with one tough roll, but you could certainly try to break one or two. What would you want to try and break first?
I want to break the ones on. Actually, I want to break the one around my neck on this tough roll.
All right. You will not have any advantage when you do it, though. Okay. No. You don't suffer any damage. But on an 8, no. You try, and doesn't hurt, but it's funny, actually, Jimmy. It kind of just pisses you off, and you start to get bigger and hairier. And I'm just going to move my internal clock down a little bit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Jericho. Actually, do you want to... Hold on.
Like that.
Hold on a second. Actually, Jimmy, what else do you want to do? Because, like, that, I feel a little bit bad. Do you want to make a move, like, as well? I don't normally offer this, but just because I've just put manacles on you. So...
How far away is the Leshy from where we are?
You are near the
currently?
center. You're near the center.
Okay.
He has just come through the doors, walking towards you, probably 25 feet. Maybe 30, because you're halfway. It's a 60-foot room.
Okay, and then the other members of the group are behind me, like at the other door, correct?
The other door's shut, but they are all behind you at various sort of states, yeah.
Okay, I would like to... I don't... Nope. I'll stay where I'm at in the middle of the room.
Okay. All right. Jericho.
Jericho would like to use magic to enchant one of his teammates' weapons. Who has like their weapon out right now?
Okay. Oh,
Flebs
that's
is carrying Frankie.
That's a fair point. I was going to say, remember, you've got your imbued weapons, your nightmare trick weapons. I rely on you guys to remind me of not only what I name them, what they do, because Teja's brain is very short, which is great as a DM. Have you ever heard? Short-term memory, super good as a DM. So yeah, so you've got Frankie, Flebs. It's up to Jericho. Whose weapon do you want to imbue, and what are you going to imbue it with?
If Flebs is like the close weapon I see, I'm imbuing his. I'll roll imbue his with lightning as well.
Sweet.
So his gun, Frankie's gonna have lightning bullets.
It's a crossbow, right? Yeah.
The crossbow.
crossbow.
Yeah, then
Okay.
It's a game +1 harm and
Love that.
+1 magic.
Love that. If you fail this, you're going to shock him, and he's going to drop the crossbow. No, never mind. You got a 13. All right. So in that case, you don't imbue the crossbow. You imbue the bolts. Every bolt will carry an extra 1 harm, and if you have a 10 or above on your roll, Flebs, it will stun. And that'll be to the end of the fight.
Awesome.
All
So,
right.
Jericho,
It's,
you like roll up the ball of magic and like you throw it like Emperor Palpatine. Flebs, you instinctively hold out Frankie and you expect it to kind of run through you and tase you the way that Everett did way back when. But it goes straight to the bolts, and every bolt you have is now connected through a thread of very fine lightning.
Is that
Yeah, that'll be my use magic roll, which is equivalent to my weird roll, which is yes.
That's your turn. That's your turn. Yes. Okay, Flebs.
So this Leshy is the one walking around with a certain degree of sapiency. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I want to do. I've read about this sort of thing, but I just got
Smart.
my crossbow imbued. But
It's
let's
your
be
call.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't handhold you.
And
I'm
I wanna
trying to avoid it. Yeah, go for it. bud.
Precise strike.
Okay.
Next turn, you guys.
Okay.
That's gonna be awesome. Just wait for that.
Yeah.
Totally awesome. Now, remember, do you guys have any pluses? I don't think you do have any current advantages to your rolls.
Yes.
But do you?
I thought, didn't I
Jericho
have...
does not.
Okay, I don't know what it is, because I don't think we talked about it, but I thought I did something that gave me advantage in a combat, but I think that was before my Eldritch thing, so I don't know if that still matters.
Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute then, Callista. That's not a problem.
Okay, yeah. I'll try to remember what it is, because I remember I did something. And...
So, Flebs, you got an 11. So, yeah. This is a Leshy that has been, I would say, perfected in terms of the experiments. But there's something uncomfortable about it. Because you've seen the sort of butcher shop that Schlengel is running. And the limited, granted, some of them are impressive technological capabilities that, they have. This isn't that. This looks intelligent. It looks like it's calm. And it's not beaten up or spliced, or it's like an advanced Leshy. But it's that aura, Flebs, that really bothers you. Leshies are ancient beings, and they are powerful, and they are respected and revered, but they're not... Well, the basically, like I said, they're not magic. And you realize, with I would argue, a degree of horror, that something is manipulating this Leshy. And one word comes to mind, although you don't really know why, but the word is fractal. I don't know why, but I cannot hear anybody. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the word was fractal.
Okay. I wish I knew if it was being controlled by a fractal or if it was a fractal.
On an 11, Flebs, you would suspect it's being controlled by one, but that's a guess, but you would lean 60-40 towards it being controlled.
Okay. Jericho is a fractal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So Flebs looks at Jericho and he's like, hey, I think a fractal is controlling that thing. Just so you know.
Huh. Well, that helps. Now I know it's not just all technology.
Sweet.
If it's Babylon, I'm gonna kill that guy.
Hey, if anyone gets to kill Babylon, I get to kill Babylon.
Okay. I believe it's Nishtok. Okay. Right, we'll switch the music back. Okay. Nishtok is going to target you, Jimmy. Because you are the closest one to it at the moment. Okay. I think
Who?
Jimmy. God damn it! Hold on a second. All right, tag back in. Let's see how we do. Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy. Deshtok is going to hit you. Probably going to go for claws again. And I'm going to see how bad this hits you. Let's have a little kick-ass roll.
Yes.
No, it's
No,
not.
no,
It's not
stop,
working.
TJ, can't.
All right, kick some ass roll. Okay, it's a 9. What's your Jimmy? What's your you have armor, right? When it comes to melee attacks.
No, I only have armor for magic attacks.
Oh.
Nothing physical.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. This is gonna do 2 harm straight up. He throws his hands out. And the vines go straight up into your pectoral muscles, and they break the skin and go through part of the muscle, and he starts lifting you off the ground. And yeah, it's 2 harm.
Okay.
All right.
One, 2 harm.
Yeah. Next up in the order is you, Jimmy.
No, it's me.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, no.
It's me.
Sorry.
It's Callista.
Sorry,
It's Callista.
Callista. It's Callista of the Obsidian Wing.
I'm over here, like bouncing up and down, ready to go.
Sorry, Callista. Sorry.
Okay, so I don't know if my bonus is. I remembered what it was. I drank I drank the paint, and I was told that I get bonuses in the next combat. But
Yes,
since it
there you
gave me
go.
like, it gave me like, I don't know if it counts because I'm a different thing now. But
No. I'll give you that. I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair.
I guess it's still okay.
So remind me what the advantages are.
Oh, I don't know. It just you just said advantages.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say it gives you a +1 ongoing. When it comes to
Okay.
anything combat related, and obviously this is your
Okay.
first time fighting as the Deathless, so completely different moveset.
Well,
And yeah.
So excited.
All right.
Awesome.
well, okay. First thing, I want to. You said the roots are like thicker now.
Yes.
Well, I want to try slicing through them, like the
Okay.
ones connected to Jimmy now, but with the scythe probably.
Okay.
If I'm able to do that.
You could certainly try. All things are possible.
Okay. Okay. Would that just be kick some ass then?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if that's what you want to do. Yeah, yeah. Okay, 13. Holy shit. Yeah.
Nice.
Tell me how this looks, Callista.
Well, I think the vine. So Jimmy is in front of us, and I
Correct.
think the vines go through his chest and start lifting him off the ground. And I think Callista will run forward and fly. I feel like she's not used to the wings yet, so
No.
it like takes a second. Like she flaps, she lifts off the ground a little bit, and then goes back down.
Which
but
form is Callista
she-
in? Regular form, like Skull Candy, or are you going Eldritch?
Oh.
Because I don't know how you'd feel about being Eldritch right now, so that's what I'm asking.
Oh, I was just imagining normal for now.
Okay.
I don't think the battle form's gonna come as easily to her yet.
No. So normal or normal Skull Candy with like the hood and whatnot, like the what we call the default skin for the Arch Reapers. Because I feel like she'd probably do that at least. But...
Okay, so I think she starts out normal, and then so like I said, she kind of flaps and lifts off the ground a second, and then it's kind of, I feel like her weight is she's still adjusting to that, and so she lands and she keeps running, and then I think she shifts into the Skull Candy one as she's running, and then
Okay.
she'll try again. She'll like flap her wings and lift off the ground enough to swing her scythe up and try to slice through the roots.
Well, say try to, she does.
Oh yeah,
So,
I guess with a 13.
You don't realize how much sharper and more potent this scythe is, because you're so used to yours. Although it feels natural in your hands. You know, it really feels like you're just sort of like it's a part of you naturally. Remember what we called the scythe, Callista?
We didn't have a name for
We
it
didn't
last
get a name
time.
for it. No, you're right.
No.
I am gonna give it a very D&D name.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I'm gonna give it. This is gonna be the default name, and you can rechristen it. And maybe after a big battle, you'll rechristen it. Yeah, no, I've got the name. Actually, you know what? I had a D&D name, Woebringer, but I've got a better name. When you go forward, like you're flying through to take it, right? Your body shifts into this Arch Reaper form, and you feel that same energy you felt back in that battle a long time ago. And you cleave through the entire set of roots in one swift motion, and black light comes out, and your scythe is glowing. Like the actual arch of the blade is glowing, and you see in the runes that it's been named Horizon Stepper.
Oh, yes. Good. Okay. Hell yeah.
And the yeah, sure enough, Jimmy, you are dropped to the ground, and the roots sort of kind of like plop out of you, for lack of a better term. It's not very rosy, but it works. You successfully did it, Callista. Well done. Next in the order is Jericho.
No,
Would it be
it's
Jimmy?
It's my turn.
Oh, sorry, Jimmy. Oh, yeah, and of course.
Yeah.
So you guys can tell, for our listeners at home, I am extremely sleep deprived today. When am I not? But it's
I was like, what's new?
It's the turbo edition today. All right, so sorry, Callista, how much harm was that? I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's my fault for not mentioning it. It's the 3, I think. Let me double check
It did.
real quick.
If it's 3, then it did 4 on a 13.
It is 3. It is 3.
Okay. Now that is that's fine. So yeah, okay, that's fine. All right.
Gotta change
Jimmy.
my name in my inventory.
Top of the order.
As Callista cuts through the vines and Jimmy lands on the ground, he's gonna reach up and draw his sword.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna look at Callista and be like, "It's a nice new look you got there, Angel Dust." And I'm gonna charge the Leshy for a kick some ass roll.
Hell yeah. Go for it. 7. Okay, how much harm does your sword do?
It does. It's gonna be +4 because I'm using the ancient fighting arts, so I get a +1 inflict harm when using old-fashioned hand weapon.
Okay, so it's 4 in total.
Yeah, it's 4 in total. It's
Okay.
the huge sword does 3 harm plus the 1, so that would be 4 in total.
It's gonna do 3 on a 7, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
You rush forward as Deshtok is like staggered, and you what are you aiming for in the body?
Just like the midsection.
Okay.
So like just trying to slash through as I pass.
I will let you do 4 harm, but there'll be a consequence, or you can just take the 3 harm.
I'll just take the 3 harm.
Okay. You go through the stomach, and it draws like a black bile. And sure enough, yeah, you get through that. You do the 3 harm, and but it's holding the sword there, and it takes you a minute to realize you can't pull it out, and then that moment, it reconstitutes its vines, turns them into a fist, and it uppercuts you. And that's going to do another 2 harm, and it sends you pretty high up in the air. Like it's done like a Shoryuken. And you felt the weight of that, Jimmy, as it hit you, and that was aluminum steel. It was not wood.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. Next in the order is Flebs. Oh wait, no, it's Jericho. Wait, no, is it Flebs or Jericho?
Hi.
Jericho. See, it's because you've
You're
got
like-
so
you're
many
like
other
one
11s
ahead.
and 10s. No, that's my bad.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
It's all
so
right.
Jericho.
Jericho would like to either use magic or roll investigate mystery to see if he can kind of hotel when finding the bodies on the inertia, like follow the strands of magic to like a
That's
source.
a smart idea.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jericho using that brain. Okay.
Fractal brain.
cool.
Would you want me to? Which one of those would you like to be okay me using? These? Because I just use
Buddy,
magic blast.
Buddy, do you have any idea how much fucking angry mail I'll get if what would the DM like you to do? Like to solve this puzzle battle? No. I want Jericho to do what Jericho feels is right. It's whatever you want. Roll whatever you want. But like, do you want to? If you want to battle,
Oh.
I rolled to use magic.
Okay, there you go. Oh, you were asking me what kind of roll. I thought you were saying to me,
Yes.
should I investigate or should I fight? And I'm like, I'm not going to
No,
tell
I
you
was,
that.
I was asking
Oh.
like which one, which one
Alright.
of the rolls? Yeah.
Use magic. Perfect. So you wanted to look at where the strands are and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would
Why
you
are you
mind
laughing like that?
Would you mind holding on to that for a moment, please?
DM laugh.
Could you
Wait,
could
say
you,
again?
Could you hold on to that roll for a moment, please?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Mr. Taylor, you're up.
Yes. Oh god, something's gonna happen. All right.
Well, no, it's just your turn. She's not. Everything is terrible.
You almost put the Nara was
We
there.
heard that
have
laugh.
trauma.
Heard that laugh, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I don't think we decided how much harm my trick magic dagger / crossbow. does. Is it
I
still
think
at
we
2 or
said
is it
when you
3 now?
switch it does more harm close, right? Or was it the
It's
other
a
way
far
around?
weapon, so it'd be 3 harm far, I think.
Okay, and then yeah, so when you switch it, you get the sacrifice of
Up
like
close, I wouldn't use it.
there would have been a trade off for you to trick and switch it out. There would have been like you get a benefit from close, but lower harm or something like that. That's normally how we do it. So it should have been written down in your gear folder.
I think we talked about it, but I didn't write it down. But it was meant to be like a sniper to give me more range.
Okay.
So 3 harm if I hit far away.
Okay.
All right. +1 from Jericho's imbuement. And then if I get this right, it's precise strike. another +1 to harm.
Okay. Man, you're really stacking this
Damn
up.
it.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
All right.
that checks.
A
That
six.
checks. Yeah.
All right,
Damn it,
so
so cool.
Flebs, here's what happens, bud.
Oh.
You charge forward, like you throw the knife, and you've got this incredible intensity about you, and like you're so determined. And Deshtok sees you and grabs you in the vines and picks you up and puts you into a precarious position. And Schlengel says, I think it's time for a checkup, Mr. Taylor.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh god damn it.
Not another.
And Deshtok like doesn't spit on it, doesn't put any Vaseline on it.
Oh
It's
my
just-
god.
It's just straight up and it is horrifying. And Schlengel says, would you like a cushion when you're done? You thought it was a... No, he gave him a wedgie. Guys, come on. God, guys,
Well,
you are so terrible-minded.
It's a little sore back there.
Yeah, he's hanging him by his underwear. But it was the most...
I was fully prepared to redact that shit from my notes.
Yeah, no, it was... he gave him an
Skip the
atomic
whole
wedgie.
Yeah, I
Flebs,
was like, I'm not writing this part.
what
now.
kind of
I'll put a
you
little
could-
privacy curtain around that
honestly,
sentence.
you guys are
You
terrible.
can upload this to this site.
You guys are terrible. What you think, honestly? What kind of underwear does Flebs wear?
That's tier 3 Patreon.
Under Armour.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So they're very stretchy. Yeah, these are going up to the back of your head, and he realizes he can't put them on your head, so he ties them with your hair. And
Oh my god.
Ooh.
you are, yeah, you
Dang
are
it,
in a,
I just tried to use this new bow.
yeah,
Oh god.
and you got a
This
6.
is what I get.
You got a 6. So you have been
Should have
left.
stuck with the flamethrower.
You have
That's
been,
It's
So I
brutal.
have leveled up. Let me level up.
Yeah.
Real quick. Can I just give +1 to tough?
yeah, sure. But you have while you're leveling up, you are floundering on the floor, like in a reverse hog tie situation.
You get +1 to tough because you can't have much more pain and humiliation than what
and
you're going through.
your
at this
drops near
moment.
Jericho,
Very
who
Very true.
Jericho notices
Yes.
you're cheeked up, like got that cake. Yeah, unfortunately,
Flebs. Nice ass.
Yeah, it's a 6. So.
Uh,
Thank you.
Yeah, you'd be saying, well, like thank you. Like it is. This is not pleasant. Yeah. All right. Sorry, but hey guys, don't get a 6 when you want to do a really cool move. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's up to us.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
roll
it's a big
first.
deal.
We need to roll first and
Yeah,
say the move
thank
after is what we
you.
need to do.
All right. Next is Deshtok. Okay. And Fala. I'm gonna need you to roll an act under pressure. We're gonna resolve that in a minute. So Jericho, you got a 12 on your use magic roll. And sure enough, perfect. Thank you, Fala. Sure enough, you do see that the magic is leaving traces, and it is this huge wellspring of magic that's being poured into this this Leshy, and it is trailing out of the room that he came from, or they came from, and down the hallway. But you notice that it is starting to trickle with some familiar magic, Jericho, because it's trickling with your magic. And you'll recall that you fell over and you had your butt sliced and a piece of your DNA was taken. Now you know where it's gone. And this Leshy is going to attempt the Arc Storm. And it's going to attempt it on you, Jericho.
Hey, wait a second. Okay, double wait a second. Okay. Having the mental conniption of me rolling well and not being punished for it is kind of crazy, but it is what it is.
Oh shit.
13. All right, so hang on for one moment. I need to check something real.
You rolled a
quick.
what?
Might be a
God,
13.
yeah.
Might be a 13. Don't worry about it. All right, real quick. I need to check something on another
Yeah.
character sheet.
Start making a new character,
Already
Jericho.
on it.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at making you a new character,
quick-
Jericho. Don't worry.
Quick question: is Jimmy still flying through the air? Or has he landed already?
I also have a follow-up question.
He probably would have landed by this point, but he's a bit dazed. But the
Oh,
move has already
okay.
the move has already happened, so you can't roll to protect. It's already happened. But you don't. I will say you don't need to worry about that. Just give me 1 second, and then Callista, what's your question?
Nice doing.
Nope, I was gonna do the same thing.
Okay, Flebs has a question. Did
Uh
Flebs take any harm from that wedgie?
oh, of course. What am I saying? Of course you did. You took 3 harm. Because it was a 6.
Oh,
God damn,
Damn.
that's a monster
God
wedge.
damn.
It was a 6, buddy. It was a
Yeah,
6.
Don't try and shoot your bows.
The most common going down.
I'm kidding. You took 2 harm. You took 2
Flip.
harm.
Flebs is like, I should have stayed home.
I should've just used my
Fala.
flamethrower.
Fala, you rolled a 12,
Yes.
and as
I
this
sure
arc
fucking
lightning,
did.
is getting ready, like it's a perfect arc lightning, and Jericho's thinking, so this is what it looks like. It fires an arc lightning, and you leap down from the balcony, and you channel it through a strange device that you have on your person, and it's like a not a Tesla coil, but like similar like a plasma ball, and it's channeling all the way through it. And on a 12, you do it without taking any harm, and you then redirect it
Sweet.
back at Deshtok. And it's gonna take all the harm that it just tried to inflict on Jericho.
We love that. We
You're
love not having to
welcome.
See, there was a
honestly,
plan.
I much appreciated.
There was a
Maybe we
plan.
don't go barging in next time.
Oh, absolutely not. That will not happen. We will continue to barge into place.
One of us will
That's
decide.
fair. Thank you for the expectations being set.
Yeah, so this thing is smoking and wary, but Jericho, yeah, you notice that this is very much being controlled, and it is with a kind of magic that you have never seen before. Next is Jimmy.
The Desh talk?
No,
Just
no,
wait,
no,
Me?
not Destro. No, sorry.
Callista?
I have this. I'm trying to. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
It's Callista because Callista's last on the roll. God, what is wrong with me?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to remind.
Yes, we
Okay. Callista is going to.
Man, I hope you put the
Callista's
music on
gonna-
because this is banging.
Callista's gonna take out her shotgun
Yep.
and
Thank you.
she's gonna try to use that for the first time because she doesn't want to get that close to it, and this was exactly why I needed it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's go for it. Give me a roll.
Never mind.
Oh,
I
goddamn.
still can't shoot. Damn it!
Oh God! Now Callista's getting a
Oh, here
wedgie.
comes the 6 treatment.
Oh man, Callista, you're getting a
I
wedgie.
still can't shoot with the gun.
I can't really
How
give.
dare
So
you
here's
roll
the
back.
thing, and I don't mean this. This isn't
Sorry,
a weird comment.
Marco was looking down. I knew it.
I can't imagine. Oh
Should have
no.
given her more lessons.
I can't
Yeah, we
imagine
should've
Callista
gone
getting a
the right
wedgie.
more.
Because I don't think Callista wears the kind of underwear that can be wedgied. So, if at all, because I
Don't do
think,
that.
Magical underwear.
I don't think. No, it's just I don't think in my mind. I don't think Callista has the concept of underwear. But anyway,
Don't say that.
We don't have to get that much into detail.
anyway,
guys.
She's wearing bloomers. It's okay.
yeah, no, yeah, literally that's what I'm thinking. Jimmy's like bloomers. like undergarments.
Yeah.
No, what happens is, Callista, you aim and you fire the gun, and all of the buck shots except one misses. And one of them flies off. It goes through a panel window, and you hear from the distance,
Oh, not again.
Jesus! And then a voice goes, Pretty Cure Mendoza, are you okay? And you just hit, that bitch Callista! Fuck! And then Margot appears in the clouds
No.
and says,
No,
You're such a disappointment. Oh my
no
God.
it's too soon. It's too
You need
soon.
to go practice, Callista.
You need to go
It's too
practice
soon.
angel
That-
dust.
I changed my mind about the Eldritch form. She would turn right then.
No, she can't. She is. This is on the same level as when you failed the gush upon, and you were like sitting there with
No.
with confetti around you as the game was like, end your existence. You're terrible at this. No, you can't. I'm on a 6. I'm not letting you change into your Eldritch form. No.
I'm just saying if the Margot thing happened, she fucking would.
Yeah.
The Margot thing did not
I would do
happen,
that.
but you did just shoot and kill another version of Victor Mendoza.
Oh, I killed him again? I
Yeah.
thought I just hit him.
No, you shot him, and it was a fatal blow, and he bled
Oh,
out.
well, you look. Okay, well, that's.
Listen,
Callista,
if you
Callista
would
puts
rather
gun
the
away.
wedgie, I can make that happen.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I just-
You don't want
I
to
just-
join
I'm just
Flebs?
saying that-
Flebs is having fun being wedgied. He likes it.
You do not want to make back to Twitter that
I
any
feel
character
like
likes being
you're
wedgied.
I feel like you're gaslighting him there, but that's fine. No, it's fine. No,
Okay.
I'm okay. It's just that I feel like I can't help but feel like Callista's making a really dangerous enemy here. But that's okay.
I mean, he's kind of multiversal.
There is a lot of them.
Yeah,
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's
It's
I
fine.
mean, yeah, that's a fair logic to employ. There's just many of them, like bugs.
It's fine.
Victor's like ants, you know, just
Yeah.
he also
And
heard
I'm-
you logisticize that, so.
And I'm one by one. Okay, well that wasn't in character. But I'm one by one killing all the ants, but that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Unfortunately, to put it back in game mechanics, you do the shot, it goes wide, you hit someone, you think it might be Victor Mendoza, and during your distraction,
The name was said, so.
during your distraction, Deshtok, he grabs you, and he starts to use life drain on you. And
Oh, cool. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Callista, any thoughts on that? Because I welcome them.
Not super thrilled about it, but
Mhm.
well, there's nothing I could do about that right now, right? Because my turn is over.
No, but
Like, can I?
you know what that means.
I mean, seeing as it happened to Jimmy, it's the same thing as what happened to Jimmy before, right?
Okay, we will come back to it. Don't worry.
You wouldn't have known that, Callista BT Dub.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But-
that was me. That was me asking.
Sorry,
but,
the lines get blurred
see-
sometimes.
Yeah, but seeing him use the life drain on Callista, would Jimmy recognize what was happening?
I think he'd have some inkling, yeah. But, Callista, you don't take any harm at the moment, interestingly enough.
Okay.
But yeah, Jimmy, you might recognize it, but again, turn order, you'll have to wait to act.
Oh, he's next.
Well, it is my turn,
Isn't it
that's why I
so?
was asking.
Oh, shit, yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, seeing the Leshy use the drain life on Callista,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy goes full on rage.
Okay.
Like there, like he grows to his biggest form from, his 11-foot tall regular Sasquatch form to, let's say, whatever,
Okay.
I don't know, however big
So
you want to make him.
you're going into uncontrollable rage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, then
Well,
you will not have control over. All you will be able to do is kick some ass rolls. But if they land, they will land hard. But that's it. Because if you're raging, you're not gonna have cognizance. That's a trade-off. I can't give you superpower without that. Like that, otherwise it's too much.
I know what you're doing. Okay.
I think you would do it though. I think it's mechanically interesting.
Yes, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna roll to kick some ass.
With an advantage. You get an advantage on that.
Okay. +1.
Yep. Only fair. Damn.
Let's go.
All right, Jimmy, tell me how this looks.
All right. Since Jimmy is in uncontrollable rage, he drops the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna rush.
Oh, he didn't have the sword anyway, because Deathstroke had it in his stomach.
It's still embedded in his body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So this is okay. So, so Jimmy's gonna rush over, and I'm gonna use a claw attack on him with the devastating ability attached to it.
Oh, okay, I know what you do then. You run forward and pull him off of Callista. Callista, you're gonna slump to the ground, and I need you to make an act under pressure roll for me when you got a sec. You pin him to the wall very similarly to how he pinned you the very first time. And you are gonna dig your claw into his chest cavity, and you pull out the seed within him. And on a 10, you crush it in front of his eyes.
Ew.
And the green goo and life essence runs down your hands. And I would imagine even in that rage state, you're going to get a flashback to the Leshy on the table that you were speaking to, and the argument you had. When you pull out the chest cavity, you see the same group of like hooded people with the elixir and everything that you saw last time. And you stare into this Leshy's eyes for a minute. And it doesn't say anything to you. But Jimmy, you get the distinct impression that this is the reanimated body of the one that had been on that table.
Mm.
Is it bad for everyone else? Audio?
I got the gist of that one.
For a little bit, but...
I couldn't really understand it.
You get the gist
The reanimated
of looking at that individual in front of you, that it's the reanimated Leshy that was on the table in Fala's workshop.
Yeah.
And as your rage begins to sort of dissipate a little bit, and the goo, the brackish fluid that was in this seed that gave the Leshy life and allowed it to reanimate, it runs down your hand, and its eyes meet yours, and it fades, and then it slumps to the ground.
Jimmy's gonna snap because I would have seen Fala save Jericho, correct?
Yeah.
Well, Jimmy's gonna snap his head around and look at Fala, and he's not gonna say anything just yet, but he's gonna just stare at her.
Okay.
Fala just kind of maintains eye contact and internally is terrified because he's huge and scary, but trying to just stare off.
Okay. And the crowd above is taking furtive notes on their clipboard and talking amongst themselves. And that door at the end opens. And Schlengel's voice comes through and says, Wunderbar. You have not lost a step. This is fascinating information. We will need to do greater mechanical work on our future splicing. And not quite there yet. However, my new employer is finding this promising. Bitte, come forward and we can have our little powwow. We only have one more experiment to go and then we are done.
Oh, congratulations on a new employer. I'm glad to hear you're moving up in the world. Who is that? No, like a big name or anything like that?
You can roll to manipulate someone and ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
No, sick.
12. He says, oh, don't worry. You'll be meeting them when you come through. Just follow down and we will talk in private.
Am I dead?
No. So is everyone else is good? Callista, you got a 9. So, you are a deathless now. So you are someone who can't really have life drained from them.
Oh.
Basically what we were rolling there was to see if you could keep your cool and not let the Eldritch form sort of take over in the way that sort of Jimmy's rage did.
I see.
And on a 9, I'm going to say you do, but you are very much struggling to keep everything in check at the moment. And you sense that at some point in the next battle, perhaps, it is going to come out, and much like Jimmy's rage, there will be a consequence that will sort of penalize certain things you can do, or it will stop you from making rash decisions. Stop you from making rational decisions for a little while.
Okay.
But you were able to keep your cool. Like it rolls up within you, and your body begins to shift and change, and you hear a voice in your mind that says, "Let go. Be one. Be all." And you're able to push it from your mind on a 9.
Okay. I thought for a second you were making me have a Margot flashback.
No. I wouldn't be that mean. Okay, is everyone heading out? Anyone need to do anything first?
Actually, I would like, if I could, I'd like to roll for unquenching vitality before we move on.
I was actually also going to ask, does anyone need to be healed? Because I would roll for that as well.
This is probably a good time to try.
Flebs has 2 harm around his backside area.
I'm okay.
I'll heal you, but I'm not grabbing your ass.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it depends on your role, Jericho. You might actually have to, grab his ass.
You would say that.
Well, you don't give a DM ideas.
My ass has been.
Oh, fucking thank you.
All right, a 10. You get close, but you don't have to touch anything, and you can gently heal him from a safe distance.
Actually, you're giving the Twitter freaks a lot of ammo this one.
2 harm.
2 harm.
2 harm.
Wait, on 10?
Thank you.
Is that 2 harm, Jericho?
It doesn't say what the effect is on for successes. It only says that word by word that it heals 1 harm on the normally.
Oh, well then, yeah, 2 harm on a 10. Yeah. Okay.
On the normal. What the fuck does that mean?
I was just gonna go with it.
I appreciate you.
Jimmy, you want to roll a quadruple vitality? Do you not need to roll
Yep,
for that? Yep.
rolling. Yeah,
Okay.
rolling now.
Perfect.
What is going on tonight?
Here's what happens.
Oh no.
You are still so full of rage, and you don't know where to direct it. You cannot focus your energy enough to heal. You're directionless in your feelings, and you can't find that center within yourself to calm down and to heal. And you're gonna have to carry those wounds with you.
Okay.
Is that everything? I'm going to take that silence as a yes.
Yeah, I do think Callista. Well, Callista first of all stands back up, and like puts her weapons away, but she seems surprisingly fine after the life drain thing.
Yeah. Externally, certainly seems it.
Yeah, right. Externally, yes.
And you all walk towards that door, and you carry on deeper into Sector 9. Okay, you guys carry on walking down the hallway, and it's like twists and turns a little bit, and eventually you come into a very different room than what you would be expecting. Especially one like this. I'm just putting it in Roll20 now. But since Jericho got a 12, I kind of had to move the set piece here. You come into a planetarium. A very large planetarium. And Schlengel appears on a video link, and he's partially shrouded, but it's definitely him, and he's wheezing. And he says, well, Mr. Browns, there's something about you that it just fascinates me. And I will tell you what that is at the end, but for now, humor me. You want to know who my employer is? I need to give you a slight history lesson. What do you think the greatest threat in Sturgeon is? Now, you can all answer that without rolling, or you can make a roll attempt to see what you know, if that informs you.
Read about this sort of thing? Would that help me here?
You could try it. You could definitely try it.
How many attempts do I get?
You get one attempt. Let's see what the rolls bring.
There's the answer for everybody.
Not you.
That was a good one.
I haven't moved. I've not even moved. I'm just sat on my screen. Okay. Take your time. Give me them rolls.
No, hey, if Jimmy answers the question, does it answer for everybody or no?
No. It's individual. It's individual answers.
Oh, let Jimmy look at the screen and be like, "You're looking at him,"
Okay. All right.
or I should
Flebs.
say them. I'm sorry, I meant to say them, not him. I honestly really meant to say them.
Look at
but
that. I heard you say
came out.
M, so don't worry about it. He heard M.
Oh,
Is that
that's
explanation
them.
in character?
You're looking at him. He's like, no, it's okay. English is not my first language. I understand. It's fine. So Fleb's got the 10. See what Fala,
Yes.
Jericho, and Callista roll first.
Oh, sorry. What are we rolling?
Oh,
Oh,
I was
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Oh, was it my? In case that was me, I apologize. The Discord has been so fun for this session, for listeners at home. I said Schlengel asked you what you think the greatest threat to Sturgeon is, and I said you can either answer or you can make a roll to to inform your like assumption. So, Flebs, did I read about this sort of thing? But obviously, if you want to use a roll,
Okay.
you to intuit that, then you can. But
Oh, okay.
Got
Can
it.
I just
well,
roll
you've got
historian
historian,
for
yeah,
it?
exactly, Fala, exactly.
Well, would just know.
She would.
Hmm.
Well, you
If-
say
if the right
that
roll.
she was also. It happened before she was born. So if she fails, I'll be like, no,
Yeah.
you were too young, you don't remember. But more than likely, she would know.
Uh,
But we'll see. She might get a 6.
scroll to find it. Sorry, there we go.
Okay. 9 for Callista. Yep, Fala got the 11.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jericho, we're waiting on you. Come on, homie. 11. Wow. All right. Okay, so
Still rolled the worst.
No, it's
It's
fine.
okay.
So Jimmy, you're looking at him. Love that. I actually want to ask you, and this could be, it doesn't matter if it's in character. But like, Jericho? What do you think it is?
Jericho realistically will probably inherently say the voids, but it kind of really hasn't put them in a tier list yet,
That's
as
my
in the
answer.
voids, fractals,
Mhm.
or the actual other like forces hierarchies out there.
Okay, so you'd say the void / anything up there, basically.
Basically,
Okay. Flebs.
I read about this sort of thing, or
Yeah.
do you just want me to guess?
No. I just want to know what you think it is. What because I'll inform your roles, but I'm just curious as to what you.
Probably gravediggers or voids.
Okay. Callista, you got the 9, and that's, I'm gonna say, partly because you're still making heads or tails of what's going on, and there's a background mechanic which we'll talk about in a minute, which you know about. But what would
Yep.
Callista, when she's not fully distracted, be thinking of?
Well, my answer is also the voids.
Mm-hmm.
I think Callista's gonna recall her conversation with God, which is a
Mhm.
cool sentence. And
Flex, but okay.
yeah, just like casually conversation with God. You know how it is. And I think she'll remember what he said about the trenches and what's out there bigger than him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've just sent you a message, Amy.
Okay.
Because it's extra
Secrets.
information. So, he hears all your answers and says, "Well done, you've been paying attention. Yes, the gravediggers are a terrifying blight. They are the undead scourge. And yes, there are other factors at play. Other creatures that pose a threat. However, it is the voids, the things up there, that are truly frightening. But interestingly, the newest member of your group hasn't answered. Do tell, strange one, you carry an essence about you I can't quite pick, but what is the greatest threat you think?
Fala just her face kind of falls, and she slowly points to Callista.
Flebs, when you looked at the book, it described the voids, and they were under a section known as eldritch beings and elder gods.
Oh.
And they were known as creatures of insurmountable strength, power, cunning, and wisdom that are almost impossible to perceive by human eyes. When they set their sights on a world, they just take it. The only reason they haven't done that on Earth and in Sturgeon is it's a magically imbued world with protections and charms and traditions, and they haven't encountered that before. And if they have, they moved on, but this time they haven't because of the wellspring of people here they could take, as far as you know. But there is a section that describes offspring of elder gods. And when it talks about elder gods, it always describes them in the same way. It describes them as calamities. And Jericho, the reason that you know the voids are a threat is because you've already seen the depths of what they can do. Every time you have been near the magical well springs that are voids, like JJ, like the concierge, you get the sense of the danger. And neither of you has really acknowledged this to each other, maybe even to yourselves until this moment, but you both have sensed it in Callista. Flebs has sensed it by looking in the book and making little connections in the small time they've had. Jericho, you've just been seeing the energy building up inside Callista, and it is scary. But Fala knows that Callista is the greatest threat, because it was communicated to her that Sturgeon's fall came when the Black Angel lost control and opened the gateway. And I want to know how Callista feels about that.
Well, I think it scares her a little bit, because she still hasn't really come to terms with the fact that she has quite that much power. But not only that, I think somewhere deep down she kind of knows that. Only because she can't, like, you know, where Jericho and Flebs can sense the energy in her, like, she can feel it. And she can feel how, like I said last session, like, her grace was really controlled and she could just use it without a thought and like wherever it needed to go. And this is not like that, and she has been feeling less and less like she actually can control it. And it's just getting worse. So that also scares her, but yeah, it kind of like confirms that part of her deep down, and she isn't entirely surprised by it, just because she could just feel it getting worse as time goes on.
And obviously Fala hasn't told you that's, you know, that specific I just mentioned out of, you know,
right.
But she saw you. She was there, right? Fala was there when you lost control, and
yes.
She saw this arc of light, and it caused the temporary eclipse. And you have
yes.
heard from many people about the black sun and the red sky.
And she hasn't told anybody else that she was the cause of that.
No, she hasn't, and she still hasn't. She just pointed to you,
right?
So Schlengel smiles and says, "Yes, the voids are terrifying, but it is the offspring, the hybrid, that is all the more scintillating. And that one there, the power within her. I have been running my scans, doing experiments. It is astounding. And if I didn't know where you came from, I would have spliced you. Alas, I do know where you came from, and they have spoken to me. And I am not to touch a single hair on your eldritch head. However, there is another threat, and it is one very close to home. You see, the voids they consume, they are apex predators. They move from place to place. They devour, but they eventually leave. In nature, the most terrifying thing is an anomaly. When one or a handful of a billion in a control group are able to ascend to do things we cannot do. We call them fractals. And the screen changes, and this planetarium starts to move ahead of you, and it focuses on Earth, and it shows these black clouds and these shapes sort of like behind them, taking from the planet and then moving on, and it looks like the planet's flourishing and thriving, and it goes through several cycles around the sun. People move and change, and then we see untold destruction across the planet, and it spells on an unquenchable, unquantifiable level, destruction raining down. And Schlengel says, either reality is possible. In fact, someone with nuclear codes could push the button tomorrow and we're all dead. However, these are more likely. And I could not tell you which one. Every decision we make moves us into another universe. But I can tell you that the greatest threats to Sturgeon are standing in this room. The Stormbringer and the Fallen. I wanted you here to test my creations because I believe in safeguarding Sturgeon, and I will hurt anybody, kill anybody to save her. It just so happens that the people I am doing that to are the greatest threat we have.
Callista, like, exchanges a look with Jericho. And says, do you not see the fallacy in putting some of the most dangerous threats, as you call us, in the same place as you?
Oh, I do. But my employer is very hands-on. And each of you is going to need to make a sharp roll, please.
Okay, keep
Wait,
that
wait,
on
wait,
here.
we're
Okay,
quick with
okay.
it. Look at us go.
Let's get it.
Those hotkeys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Game
the
changer.
macros.
Callista, Fala, and Jimmy, you are all duck out of the way in time. Flebs and Jericho, you are caught as one of the planets from this planetarium is plucked from its display, which until this moment was holographic, and it was pulled into a three-dimensional form and hurled down at you. And everyone else gets out of the way, dust gets kicked up. You both take 1 harm.
Ouch.
And you see the visage of Dr. Professor Salem Schlengel floating down, imbued in that same sort of glow that Nishtok was, but it's much, much brighter, much more powerful. And is wearing it's like a lab coat, but it's been turned into like a warlock's cloak. He has like a strange device in his hand, and he's floating there staring at all of you. And he looks to you, Jericho, and says, "You wanted to know who my employer was. I'm sure you were hoping it would be the Voids, or perhaps it would be the Gravediggers or the Moth. But there are other groups out there. Others with their own ideas of protection. Mine is the Sturgeon Farmers Collective. And they will safeguard this town from any threat, inside or out." And I need to have
Your speech of loyalty is your speech and like of all the shit you're going through is really inspiring. It would be really adorable and cute if you didn't just come off so deranged.
Then I wouldn't be a good scientist, would I? Actually, I need to make this roll first. Real quick for a free experience point. Wait, no, did I ask this already last session about why everyone was killed? Does anyone remember?
I don't think so, but I don't remember.
Okay, for a free experience point, does anyone know why everybody was murdered on campus?
Why everyone was
Did
what?
they find out that he was working with the farmers?
No.
Oh. Was it?
Okay, well, he did a terrible shot, Brom.
Report
All
the
right.
experiments and stuff.
No, he was selling their body parts to the farmers.
Ew.
Oh, shit,
I was gonna say they were
ew.
failed experiments.
He would use them to test out the limits of his abilities. He failed, and then he would sell their body parts and the nightmares
That
to
was
the
half
farmer
right.
collective. Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's scary.
Yeah, he rolled really badly. So that move seemed to have drained him a
Jericho's
little
comment
bit.
really got to him.
Yeah, Jericho rocked him. That really fucked him up. All
Does
right,
that effect on people?
top of the order
He's like deranged.
is Fala, then Callista, then Jimmy, then Jericho, then Flebs. Fala, what do you want to do?
Let's see. This is just straight combat. Can I just use my weapon?
Yeah?
Yeah, can I just use my stun gun on it?
Yeah.
Okay. And that would be a kick some ass roll.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh, my tough is not high at all. There we go. Ow.
Okay.
Experience, though.
You.
Yikes.
What weapon were you trying to use, Fala?
My stun gun. I think that's the only one that I have is the stun gun.
Okay. Yeah, you should have another weapon, but that's fine. You fire the gun up and you try to hit him. He looks at you and he stops the shot midair with his hand, swipes it away, and with the other hand, oh boy. With the other hand, he tenses, and a double pair of wings appears on his back.
Fuck.
And
Jesus Christ.
he uses angel wings
God damn it.
to go behind you,
Oh.
and
no.
he kicks you in the back and sends you up in the air, uses the wings again, and chops you down to the ground. And Fala, you're going to take 4 harm. Because it was a bad fail. It was a 4.
Damn.
That was
Yeah.
really bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at fighting. Sorry.
He looks at his wings and says, I see why you chose them, Callista. Fascinating.
Okay. I'm next, right?
No. Yes, you are.
Okay, I was gonna do something else, but no. I'm gonna have to fucking kill this guy.
He looks at you and says, "Is it too soon to see another winged angel staring in front of you?"
Callista, oh my god, Callista. Can she still summon the scythe in the same way? I have the thing that calls it to my hand, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, you can.
Is it? Okay. Well, she'll summon the scythe again.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I don't even know what she'd say with that. God, I'm like mad for her.
Well, if she transforms into the Eldritch form, she ain't gonna say anything just yet.
That is true. Yeah, I think she has to, right?
It's up to me.
I think she will. I think the energy was already like close to the surface, and she was holding it down the entire time that we were doing this. And that might be her tipping point. So
Okay.
yes, okay.
So
she'll
She'll
transform into that and
right.
try to attack
give
him
me
with the scythe.
give me a weird roll first. Wow.
I still failed it.
6. Okay.
Ouch.
That's
Still
fine.
failed it.
That's fine. Yep. So you let that anger really overtakes you. But it does something a little bit unusual. It starts to burn up your body. When you shift into this form, Callista, for the first proper time, it repels everyone back, and everyone is going to be at a disadvantage when they attack, because the power coming from you is so intense. Even the scream that you're emitting, it's eardrum bursting, I'm gonna say at this point you are about to take off and aim for him like a spear and knock him through the ceiling. So you can give me a roll to see how well you do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, not a fail that time, at least.
No, it's a 7. So you hit him through the ceiling, Callista. He is laughing like as you do it. And obviously I kind of feel like Callista's more animalistic in this sort of like sense. So if I could propose something, I feel like she would be forcibly trying to rip the wings off at their root.
Yes.
Like you are like feral, and he is injecting you with something.
Oh shit.
As you go up, and you are about, I don't know, a couple hundred feet in the air now, and you see, because you're in the back part of the biodome, which you don't see on the outside, and you see a huge obsidian pillar, and as you rip off 2 of his wings, and he's laughing while you're doing it, and he's gonna take 4 harm for that. You begin to feel very sick and very drowsy. And still holding on to him, you start to plummet down to the ground, and you are going to take 2 harm, and you are, well, you don't know what you are right now, but it feels like you're unconscious. But
okay.
you guys are out of the area right now. You have moved far the fuck away. Next up is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh, sorry, no, Flebs. Oh, beg your pardon, Flebs. No, Flebs is 8.
No,
Yeah,
no, you're right.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
It's
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's
that was
okay.
intense.
I don't.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Well, Jimmy's gonna stand back up
Mm-hmm.
and look around to see. I guess I would like to. I guess I'd like to read a bad situation if I could.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
That's what I was gonna do before he did the wing thing.
Okay. One question. 7.
This is gonna be so rhetorical.
Mm-hmm.
But are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
So I'll say yes. There are, but nothing that you can really do at the moment. However, Jimmy, I'll give you this: when you read that bad situation, you hear now with the wall cracked open, Zephyr calling over the intercom and saying, "This is an alert. The nightmares have been released. I repeat, the nightmares have been released. If you are outside of the ethics committee building, please shut your doors, lock your windows. Do not engage with the nightmares. Let them go back to the wild. They will not hurt you or provoke you unless you provoke them." And you get a message in your ear, Jimmy. Because Minerva is threaded to your neck, to your collar, or like part of your hair. And it's a message from the Council of Spiders. And they say, "Holy Knight of the Arachnid Kingdom, you fulfilled your bargain, and so we give you a boon. When you need it, you may summon our finest beast."
Thank you, great council of the Arachnid Kingdom. I am glad I could be of service to you in this dire time.
I was just beaming.
Jimmy, who are you talking to?
The Spider Council, bro.
Anyways,
No, I'm good. You guys keep going.
I'll just
Yeah.
out of character, and we never decided what the great creature would be, have we?
Yeah, no, we have.
Okay, so you have. That's all that matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since this seems ominous, and Callista and Schlenger are like really, you said are really far away, so we have no idea where they ended up, correct?
So really far away is a stretch. Like, you would see them if you climbed out, but you wouldn't be able to climb out right now. Like, you're not in a position where you could do so.
Yeah, I figured that we'd have to. I figured we'd have to get outside to be able to see him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is there for you if you want to do it. But while you think on that, next in the order is Jericho.
okay. Soon, Callista, they just kind of like fly or like get blown through the roof of this
She
building.
pulled a
or...
Dragon Ball Z, Jericho. She literally
Oh,
flew into him and took him through the wall and left a Callista-shaped hole in the wall. Probably a bit more because of the force she was generating. So, like, there's like, light casting through. And again, like last time, that sun, well, now it's more of a sun than a moon, is turning red and black. The more Callista lets this anger and this power out.
Could I use magic to make the like the teleporting like wall of dome of ravens again to take us to them, or would that be too much for right now?
I suppose it would depend on what you're willing to give up or make happen, because you would need a 10. It's not impossible, I'll say that.
If I did roll for it,
Say that again?
We need a Jericho roll.
I'm down. I'm down to roll for it. I just want to know if like that was even like on the table. If it is, I'm rolling for it.
No, I think it's on the table. I think it's just a situation where it's on the table.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go.
So,
Are you kidding me?
so I'm gonna say, because I think I know what Jimmy's gonna do. You take Flebs and Fala, and you use the birds and you transport out of the planetarium and into the open section of the biodome. You're near the base of this huge obsidian pillar. Correct? Is that where you're going?
If that's where Schlengel is starting, yes, that's
Okay. On a 15, I will tell you the first two things you see are Schlengel is writhing on his back, like convulsing, and Callista is lying on the ground with a black foam out of her mouth, and she is dead.
Since that was my action, I guess I'd be ending my turn. That's all I could do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, guys, I got us here. You guys can do the rest.
Note the lack of sympathy for Callista being dead.
No, yeah, for real.
Absolutely.
I don't know what I don't know. I don't want to fit too much RP in my turn. Just like waiting. I mean.
Unbelievable. Just you think they'd be
I feel
loyal?
like Callista's not dead.
Did a
could
whole
she be
arc
dead?
for Jericho, and this is
I
the
know,
thanks
that
you
was
get.
such a whole build-up.
Unbelievable. Okay.
There's a job going on right now. Jericho would grieve
Marco's
after.
death was so fucking dramatic, and we all grieved for.
But when
we're all
when
grieving
Angel
her
Dust
still, but when
goes,
I die,
oh no, because Jericho's just
Okay.
gonna go down to
Nothing.
Jericho's gonna go down to Petco and get another bird. That's it.
Okay. Sorry. Well, let me pause the dramatic fight. Let me go back down to the wiring hole and get more flowers from that Victor Mendoza to put on Callista's still foaming at the mouth. Since everyone has an issue.
I imagine Jericho's just
Mendoza too.
Jericho's just looking at like Callista's body and just going, I could get an African grey parrot. Could get an eagle. Maybe a raven. Not too clever.
Maybe definitely not now. I was way more cognizant.
I need,
the parrot might be more social.
and I
to be
need
honest.
to be careful of.
Too tough.
I need to be careful of Fala. She said I was a defibrillator. I mean, maybe I'll place her as well.
Just,
Don't
Maybe-
say defibrillator; it'll send
yeah,
him into another spiral.
yeah, maybe
it'll
Paul
trigger
stays
him.
on here.
Watch out. He's
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah, maybe Paul just stays on here. Crazy, who knows?
All right. So top of the order is oh wait, no, I'm last. So yeah, it's me.
Oh god.
It's not Flebs this turn.
Yeah, I think he skipped Flebs.
Oh, Flebs. I'm sorry, Flebs. Go ahead. Beg your pardon.
So I'm just trying to understand where we're at. So what did Jericho?
He just
Just do
teleported
us
you
three
outside
circles?
towards the obsidian pillar.
Okay, what enemies are near us, or are we still? In combat?
Yeah, you're still in combat. And the enemy near you is Schlengel. who is 2 wings down in a pool of blood, black blood, and convulsing.
So he's not dead.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, Flebs is going to take a shot.
Okay.
Sheds a tear for Callista first. I'm gonna describe this to you, TJ.
Feels
And I'm
pain.
gonna roll. So
Yep.
if I fail, I get fucked up.
Okay.
So I kneel down. Julia on my right shoulder acts as a pad
Mm.
for me to lean my head down, look down the sight of my bow, and I'm gonna use precise strike.
Cool.
Yes.
Good shit.
Yeah, it was
how-
Julia.
How much?
Julia's influence.
Yeah, Julia's influence. How much damage does that do?
That's 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Beautiful. All right, let me make a note. Okay.
Oh right, I forgot about the lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You-
+2.
Yeah, you do exactly what you said. You shed a dramatic tear, for Callista. You shoot the shot, it lands, and yeah, it does a staggering 5 harm. And he like convulses for a minute more, and then he stops, and he mechanically sits up and pulls this this arrow, this knife out of his where were you aiming for?
Chest.
Okay. He pulls this out of his chest, and he just kind of looks at you, almost like bewildered, and he puts his head up to the sky as if he's receiving commands, and he doesn't respond for a minute as he sort of like processes everything, and now I believe it's his turn because he got a 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So he now who would he target? Okay, yeah, I know what he's gonna do. He kind of like nods and says, "If it is your will, then I can carry it out." And Jericho, he's targeting you. His eyes go like white for a minute. And he starts to channel a spell. And you're not sure, like, and you'd have to probably roll for a greater insight, but like it seems like it's a fractal spell. And he is going to cast a move that I call Red Right Hand. And use magic.
Also, to learn more about it, would that be now or after it connects or after it doesn't connect?
You can try learning about it now. He failed.
Woohoo!
The spell, yeah, in fact, yeah, you can roll to, because this would be the backfire. So roll with an advantage.
Investigate a mystery, since magic weird.
Third eye.
Third eye, got you.
And I'll tell you what happens. The spell backfires in his hand, and it actually blows his right hand off. Wow.
Well, I don't learn shit.
Jericho, you had an epiphany. Magic is heretic. It's all from God. The Judeo-Christian God, of course. And you decided that you now want to go and read the Stones of Neophyte out of a hat and dictate it to someone who can write it down in a book. They're never allowed to look in the hat. No. Not allowed to look in the hat. And you can have several wives. and you're gonna call it.
No, hold on.
You're gonna call it Jerichoism, because you are a magic man, and you've now realized this is profitable to you.
Yikes.
Now this
Fala
feels
and-
familiar.
Yeah.
I look at Paula and
Triggered.
Flebs, and I say, "No, guys, I think I'm gonna go start my own religion. I don't think I'm gonna do this anymore."
Sleep deprived teachers fails are fun. Alright. It's just
But also,
easier.
I've leveled up.
It's easier to shitpost than it is to find a story reason as to why you failed. No, you know what it is? It comes and goes too quickly. The moment that it like hits you, that it's a fractal, and you try to ascertain the spell, it's gone. But you do notice one thing, and it's an obvious thing, which is why I'm going to give it to you, on a 5, which is that he is not a fractal. That much is obvious to you. Callista.
Yes.
You have woken up in that garden. You are currently lying down in the flower bed. You're actually on the flowers. And Lady Death is in her human form, and she is standing over you, and she's hosing you in the face.
Callista, like, I imagine that she comes into consciousness a little slowly and then all at once, and she just sits up and like is spitting water out.
Well, that didn't take long, and thank you for ruining my flowers.
I didn't choose where to land.
Do you even know what's just happened, Callista? Or are you just going with the flow right now?
Callista sits up and looks around, and I think she is dazed. And she looks up at Lady Death again and says, "No, I was just fighting Schlengel, like I promised. How did you summon me here?"
No. Okay, Callista, this is going to be a bit much. So, would you rather the Capri Sun or the plushie?
Callista shakes her head and flaps her wings and says, you can just tell me.
Oh, I know you're big and important and mature, but this is going. I'm just warning you, honey. This is going to suck. So I'm trying to give you some comfort.
I mean, I'll take the plushie, but seriously, it's
Okay.
probably fine.
I will put it on the table, and you go for it when you feel ready. Okay. So you are dead.
What?
Yep. You're dead. You have been for a while. Now you can't die.
Wait. I knew about the last part, I guess. I knew I was gonna live longer, but
No, no living. You're dead. See, Callista, when you took my deal and you became a part of my system, you became an Arch Reaper. Now, you can't be doing that if you're alive. That's a conflict of interest. But you're also cast out from God's light, meaning you're not receiving his boons, meaning you can't be alive anymore. You don't attack with holy magic, Callista. You attack with necrotic damage. Everything about you is death, you see. But your body can still die. And it just did. And she shows you a screen, and it's Schlengel injecting you with a serum that is taken from your DNA mixed in with other compounds designed to kill you. And you were dead before you hit the ground.
Callista watches the image with fury in her eyes. And she stands up now and moves strategically away from the flowers. And says, "Are you saying that bastard killed me?"
Yes, love. He did because you lost control. And he took advantage of that.
Okay. So, how do I get back?
Well, I send you back, but we need to come to a bit of an understanding before I do.
All right.
You see, Callista, when you do what you do, and you... how should I put this delicately? When you are a member of the Reapers and you die, it sort of creates a bit of a schism, because you're breaking the natural order of things. Obviously, you're doing it for good reasons. No one is discounting that. It's more what we do about it. Are you sure you don't want the plushie? Because she can see that you are, like, very panicked at the moment.
I'm pretty sure if I hold that right now, I will tear it apart. So let's just skip that.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. You mark experience, by the way. Were you trying to save anybody when you died?
I mean, I guess technically not. No.
Okay, so you just marked one experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the source of undeath, what did we went with, what did we go with in the end?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. So, your body radiates from necrotic magic, preventing you from passing on to the afterlife. At any time, you may transfer your life force into the living, healing another person for as many harm as possible you take. Healing another person for as many harm as you take. You may do this as many times as physically possible. Additionally, you may once per energy call upon the necrotic energy inside you, resurrecting a recently deceased corpse for a short time relative to the mystery's time frame. So,
yes.
She, okay. Because I wonder if we should be respawn.
Temporary res? Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Margot's back. Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Margaret's body's not there, or else.
Yeah, and her soul isn't anyway. So,
Yeah.
Lady Death looks at you and says,
That'd be traumatizing.
okay, so I'm going to send you back into your body. And because you're my daughter, I'm going to let you let off some steam. But you have to promise me that the next time this happens, you will keep your cool. Because you represent us out there as well. And dying over and over again is not good for you. It's bad for the skin.
I admit I'm unfamiliar with this energy. I don't know if I know how to control it.
Then I will teach you when this is done. But for now, tear his fucking head off.
You have a deal, my lady.
And she puts her head to yours, and we will resolve that in a minute. Going back to the battle. Okay. Where are we? There we go, roll 20. I believe it is now. Oh no, so Schlengel already failed. His arm's blown off. So we go back to the top of the order, correct? You can tell I'm tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. There are so many rolls here. Who was top of the order?
Jimmy?
Okay. Jimmy.
Fala was.
Oh, Fala.
Fala.
No,
Oh,
he's
okay.
right. He is right.
Yeah, Fala.
Right, you're right.
Fala,
And then
you got
Fala
fucked
close
up.
to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fala, you got fucked
Flebs
up.
last.
So, what are you doing right now? Because you were
I'm-
transported, but you are still dazed.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of pain still. I took a lot of harm.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I let's see. Am I able to like get up and actually make a move now? Can I
Depends what you want to do.
can I try to use my stun gun again?
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be tough, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
But we leveled
Okay.
today.
Oh,
I'll
God.
win the game.
Oh.
On a God, it's a 2. Oh man. Oh Fala.
Yeah.
How much
She
harm?
said she wasn't combat ready.
Yeah, how much harm do you
You're
have
right.
left?
I'm young and stupid. I have 3 harm left.
Yeah, left. Okay.
Please don't kill me.
No,
I just
no.
got here.
Yeah, that's true. We don't want another sad death. No, he now this time he is so beyond you, and he's in so much pain that he bats the stun gun away and it just knocks you back and stuns you for 1 harm. You are just out. You're out like a
Okay.
light.
Got it.
Follow it tonight.
Fair.
Follow it tonight night.
Deserved.
Jimmy,
Yes.
I have a
Jimmy would like-
feeling I know what you want to do, but yeah.
Yes, Jimmy would like to summon the boon of the Spider Council, please.
Okay. So you communicate that to Minerva, and the Duke of Strasbourg echoes in your ear and says, "Repeat after me, Knight of the Spider Council. I, the Knight Jimmy the Third,
I, the Knight Jimmy the Third,
do declare to protect and serve my 8-legged brethren,
do declare to protect and serve my 8-legged brethren.
for Sturgeon is united under one banner of monsters against the darkness."
For Sturgeon is united under one banner of monsters. Or should I write that down? I'm sorry, Teach.
Against the darkness. That's okay.
Against the darkness. Sorry, I have a really bad short-term memory.
Come to my side, Mocha Mocha.
Come to my side, Maka Maka.
And you hear, everyone hears, in fact, the loudest scuttling that has ever been heard by anyone in the Night Red Detectives, possibly anyone in Sturgeon, because coming out of the darkness is a huge, and I mean huge, funnel web tarantula. And she is scuttling towards you, Jimmy, and she taps her front legs, and her pedipalp, so like her front face flaps start moving gently, and Minerva says, "She is ready to serve. To help the knight, simply crawl up onto her back, and she will do as asked.
Jimmy will walk over.
And do you climb on top?
Yes.
Okay.
I will climb on top and direct her, I guess, out the hole Callista made.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And she obliges, and she basically just crunches through it to make a bigger hole. And before I'll let you do a move, and as you see that, you see Schlengel's body start to twist and change. But before he can do anything, the Yeti, the Sasquatch that you recognized before, comes into frame and starts charging towards you.
I would like to engage the Sasquatch with my giant tarantula.
Maka maka. All right. Yeah.
Maka maka. Yeah, I could. Hold on. See, I gotta write that down.
And
This is
yeah,
a
give me
wild scene.
give me a kick some
It's
ass
getting
roll
crazy in here.
with advantage.
There's birds and spiders and Sasquatches.
Oh my! Oh my!
The Sasquatch runs forward, and I don't really know what he thought was going to happen against a 75-foot tarantula, head to toe, but it wasn't what he thought would happen, because this tarantula, it lets him come in, and you know in the wild how quick they are, like lightning quick. This one is quicker, and in an instant it has pounced on him, it has bitten him, infected him with its venom, and is wrapping him up. He is already out of play on a 12.
Huh.
So I have a question.
Mhm.
Is Maka Maka? How does it identify? Because I don't want to be rude.
Maka
to
Maka
it.
would be a female, because the female
Okay.
in Spider
How
Kingdom, the females are
progressive,
always
Jimmy.
bigger.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
very
just saying
progressive.
Jimmy doesn't.
Wow, Jimmy.
Jimmy does not want to offend his. boon
Zephyr
from the
Zephyr
Spider
will remember
Council.
this. Zephyr will remember this. Yeah, good shit. Good shit. Yeah, no,
But-
she's
All right.
a woman.
As she is doing that, Jimmy will pat her and be like, "That's a good girl."
Minerva's like, that's very sweet, but she's actually quite an intelligent creature. She's just mute.
That's fine. She could
Can't
still
win.
be. She could still be my good girl. It's okay.
Minerva's
Don't
just
say
like,
that.
Minerva's just like, I'm uncomfortable right now. Minerva's just like,
stunned, but she doesn't like that.
yeah.
Don't
You're-
say that.
This is basically,
that either.
Jimmy, this is basically equivalent of you going up to the janitor at a Walmart or a CVS and patting her going, "Oh, you're such a good girl for mopping up." And they're like, "I have a, I'm a grandmother
I mean,
and I have a
you-
401k."
You laugh about that, but
Actually, I'm with Jimmy.
Chewy-
We should be
Chewy
socially
might
acceptable.
just-
Walking
yeah.
pet people.
I'm saying you laugh at that, but Chewy might do that. You don't,
Amazing.
You know, no,
How,
he wouldn't.
yeah, you know what?
He
You know what?
wouldn't.
I'm not gonna judge you. Yeah, she's fine with it, and you're wrapping up the Sasquatch.
Oh, we got a snack for later now.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Next in the order. Let's hear it. What's happening? Who's
Would be
next? So we had Fala.
Jericho, I believe.
It'd be Jericho. Yeah, go ahead. So Jericho, you are seeing something is going on with Schlengel.
Well, the nightmares are loose, and your arm is. You want to call it here, man? I mean, you can just.
Oh,
Turn
he
yourself
can
in,
he
we
cannot hear
can-
you. He is not in a he is beyond thoughts. But you're right though, the nightmares are coming. There is a countdown. There is a clock running for that.
Schlengel, and he's like, and like the whole time he's saying he's loading like a bullet into gun. Schlengel, buddy, are you okay? And he like, and I want to use magic, and I'll shoot him with lightning. I'll shoot him with a lightning bolt.
Okay,
Schlengel?
where are you?
It's me, Jericho.
Where are you aiming for?
Gosh. Gosh. What is he? Like he's doing what again right now?
He
like after
just
like
pulled
his
out.
like
He,
arm.
he pulled out Flebs's dagger, and he then listened to the skies for some instructions, and he then just kind of left his head there, like he's vacant, basically.
He's shifting and changing.
Yes.
I will shoot him in the head. Schlengel,
Okay.
buddy, it's me, Jericho. You know, Jericho Branch, strong, handsome. You turn around, you see me standing there.
Do you remember the rabbits, Schlengel? Do you remember the rabbits? You want me to tell you about the farm? Yeah, okay. Cool. Give me a roll.
Buddy, farmers aren't here anymore.
Okay.
Just a night.
Yeah, it doesn't get him in the head. You get him in the neck. And the lightning does send a bolt through him, but it sort of rouses him to consciousness. But he is bleeding pretty profusely, because that would do what? 3 harm?
Yes.
He looks at you with a big grin and says, "Oh, finally, enough blood has been spilt. I can give it to the pillar. If I can't beat you, then I will call this experiment a failure. That's okay. It was a test run. I can open the doors and let out the true threat."
Wait, if you're gonna do that, what's the point of doing the experiments to prevent true threats? I don't want to be this guy because like you're the science guy, I'm not. But
He
we're now just hypocritical.
Nah, he holds up his other hand while you've been talking and says, "Psych," and he fires the red hand at you, and that's gonna throw you back for about 2 harm, and it would just like stun you a little bit. And he's holding onto his neck wound, and he says, all it takes is to confuse. Are you a real detective? I am bleeding from a stump in my neck, and that was all it took. I'm not going to open the gates of whatever creatures are up there. I don't need to win. I just need you to lose."
Those two things are very synonymous, and that's confusing. But I guess who should I know? You have duped me, Jericho Branch, and I'm dying on the ground.
Blah.
Congratulations, single, slow cap, champagne, woo.
You're saying a lot for a man who is winded on the ground.
Oh, here you go. I'm sorry about that. Here, you're right. Let me give you a round of applause with 2 hands.
Oh,
Oh, that's really mature. That's really mature, Jericho Branch. Didn't you lose a hand? Did you not lose a hand?
Temporarily. Have both now, bitch.
Okay, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
I will take your fractal powers, Jericho Branch. I will take them for myself. If these ones
No,
don't
you will
suit
not.
me, I will have yours.
You ever just think you're not cut out to be a fractal?
With science, I can do anything. And,
Well,
yeah, so you two are having that exchange. Next in the order, please. Is it Callista?
also, I wasn't king. I wasn't stable. I have like,
No.
I'm like a harm away from dying.
No, it's not me.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Okay.
I technically I was second, but I thought we skipped me on purpose because I was dying. Or dead.
No, we're not skipping you. I was waiting for your
No.
turn order. Okay.
Oops.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, that's fine. We'll go to you now then, Callista, if that's all right.
Sure.
There is a crackling sound, and he looks up and says, "Oh, good. They're here." And 3 shapes descend, all tall, hidden behind these huge cloaks and tall Denton hats. It is the Sturgeon Farmers Collective, who do not make any advancements. They just stand at the edge of this battle watching. But that is not the crackling that he heard. Because a pillar of black light came down and Callista's body was reanimated in its full eldritch form. With the wings spread out, the eyes glowing, the skin blackened, and Callista looks horrifying, and the sun turns a true red, and the farmers look up and observe it. And Callista, what do you do?
I think Callista will just advance straight toward
Okay.
Schlengel. I think she doesn't see anything else, but
No, that makes sense.
needing to kill him.
Now, one thing I have held off on telling you, Callista, is that the Deathless has a special ultimate move when they respawn. And it is called the Death Blossom. And you can actually change this, and we will talk about it, but it is a 4 harm burst close reckless, and we might rename it, but the Death Blossom to me is a maneuver where you excise all the energy within you in like one shot, and that could be a beam, that could be an explosion. In the case of Schlengel, I have an idea of what you'll do, and I want you to roll kick some ass with a +3 advantage.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You grab him,
Insane.
Callista, and do you say anything to him as you dig you're digging your fingers in? So this is going to be brutal. The first thing you do as you pull him out is you rip off the other 2 wings he's got. And you start digging these really sharp growing hands into his muscles. But do you say anything as you look at him?
Yeah, Callista. Oh shit. Yeah, she'll say, I feel like as she tears the wings out, she says, I want my feathers back.
Is not going to happen. My experiment was a success. You have grown so beautiful.
Ew.
Character.
Ew.
And then Callista, I would imagine you take him up into the sky, which would be the first time you've properly flown with these black wings, like eldritch black wings. And the feeling, you thought it would be different, you thought it would be uncomfortable. It's actually exhilarating. You have greater control and speed with these bat wings. And do you
Nice. Okay, cool.
Do you say anything as you take him up and like you're getting higher and higher now, and you're going towards the obsidian pillar?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting my words together.
That's okay. This is what we built towards.
Okay. Yeah, she's flying up. She says, you are a scientist, Schlengel. You believe in a lot of things, and your experiments have been corrupted from the start. But above all, you believe in trial and error. And as she flies higher, her eyes are still glowing as she looks at him and she says, fucking with us was your biggest error yet.
And you start to glow. It's a necrotic, like, damage glow, but, like, it starts to envelop you and Schlengel, and it is blotting out the sun, as you do so. And he grins and says, "Well, only time will tell, won't it?" And there is a sonic boom after a moment, and you release the Death Blossom, and it knocks everybody back, and it has taken all your Eldritch energy for the moment. You are back in human Callista form, very exhausted. Like you're falling to the ground. They won't give you any damage, but Schlengel's desiccated body, well, what's left of it, falls down as well. And there is a moment of calm.
Can Jimmy catch Callista?
Yeah. If you wanna, I'll let you do that for free. I'm sure on the spider.
Awesome.
Nice. You catch Callista, and there is a moment of calm. After everything you've just experienced, although it isn't quite over yet. But yeah, Callista, you are conscious, but you are absolutely exhausted, and something has dropped near Schlengel's feet as well. He's about like 20 feet away from all of you, and yeah, I'll let you guys sort of explore the scene.
Sorry, you cut out for just a second. Callista's conscious, but what?
Callista's conscious, but yeah, you're just sort of recovering. And then there's something that's
okay.
at Schlengel's feet. It's about 20.
Yeah.
He's about 20 feet away from you, but I'll let you sort of go through the scene and figure out what you want to do.
Okay.
While holding Callista, Jimmy will slide down off the back of Mocha Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
Fala's still unconscious, yeah.
Yeah, Fala, you're out, and like maybe you'll come back a little bit.
I rolled a 2.
But, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
DM question, Tej.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a one-time use thing, or do I get to keep it?
You get to use it in very dire situations.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because I wrote it down, and I just wanted to make that we've had to delete it. It was like one-time use thing. I would just delete it out of my my gear log here.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Callista looks up at Jimmy and manages sort of a weak, like, thank you.
There's no thanks needed. I only did what any other one of us would have did for you.
Yeah, cool.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
Good.
I was just gonna say Callista like nods slightly, but I think she's too tired to really say anything else. Like she just kind of puts her head back on his chest.
Okay, someone else is gonna have to do the investigating now.
Well, while you guys decide that, the farmers are walking towards Schlengel's body, and something is going on with the pillar.
The pillar.
Mm-hmm. The obsidian pillar.
Jericho on the ground, like bloody, and I kind of still almost dying. Like, hey, don't touch that. That's evidence.
The farmers, like you're quite far away, so like I don't think they I don't think they would like if they. I don't think they'd hear you or really acknowledge you. But like they'd probably like hear you, but like they kind of look, and they continue to shuffle or like float along. Like,
Hey, I'm talking to you.
all right, are you going towards them, Jericho?
Not in this state. No, I'm not doing anything. I am one tick away from just dying.
Okay.
I mean, you wouldn't die right away.
You can't
but-
really. The thing is, you can't really stop them. None of you can.
No,
So
I'm literally just heckling them. That's all.
yeah, they go over and they grab the item that Schlengel had, and they pocket it, and they pick him up, and they float over to you, Jericho, and they dump him at your feet, and the one in the front says, "This one had a message for you. Farmers always do what's right, not what is easy. We apologize for any harm our partnership caused you, but the farmers protect. Above all else, we protect."
Oh, really? Huh. No, I do that too. In fact, can I have that thing that you took from him? I think I want that. It would help my investigation.
What a negotiation stance you have right now. Roll manipulate someone, buddy. I want to give you a disadvantage, but I'm not gonna because I think they feel a little bit bad for you. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you fucking
Wow.
kidding me? A 14.
That's
All
why-
right.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, you give me that.
All
Give
right.
me that.
That's
Um,
why
Through
we
the
dubbed
plot.
it the Jericho.
All right. They look at each.
He's just laying on the ground bleeding, pointing
He's
at
like,
you.
give me that
Hey,
right
give me
now.
that."
Give me that.
Can I have that?
Give
They
me that
look
for
at.
free.
I want to
no,
protect
no.
Sturgeon too.
This is going to test my improv powers. They look at each other, and they look at the item they pocketed, and they look at you and say, "You have the other artifacts, don't you?"
Jericho doing his best through like sweat and blood, and just kind of being kind of fucked on the ground. So with a straight face, like perhaps.
The one on the left sees you're struggling, and he waves his hand, and you heal for 3 harm. It is.
Himself to like in the cross is like, oh, that feels insanely better. like now negotiations. The thing you took from the dead scientist. Can I have that?
It
I
is.
see. I'm kind of in the business of protecting Sturgeon as well, and that thing was really interesting, whatever it may be.
It is not beneficial for you to be in pain. We wish to help. You have the other artifacts, do you not?
Other art, yes.
Do you know what he's referring to?
Yeah. Is he referring to like the black pillar from the concierge?
Yeah, he's
Nice.
referring to what JJ had, what the concierge had. Yeah, the artifacts is what he called them.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
this
exactly.
would be of benefit to you. And he hands you the
Yes.
cryptic compendium.
Just contact me already. No, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for this. This will go long you leaps and bounds, protecting Sturgeon and all that. Assuming it doesn't get taken again. We should do this more often. You know, I'm a moth. You guys are farmers. This is nice. This is a nice collaboration.
We would make a deal. However,
No. Sorry, I have this whole thing with the word deals. I don't do that.
however, it is not one you can honor. Our interests are singular and aligned, however they diverge in method. The farmers do not take the easy route. If our offering is not sufficient, we can give you this. And they pull out a I can't think of the right word. It's like a solid state hard drive, but it's one with like a small panel on the front of it. On basic inspection, it looks like a data drive that would have belonged to Schlengel.
Oh. Yes, I will gladly take that as well. In hopes of defending Sturgeon from whatever Sturgeon may need defending from that I do not currently see or understand or comprehend at this moment in time.
We
Us?
only ask that if we call upon you, you consider assisting us.
I can definitely consider it. By the way, while I have you guys here, why do you call Endicott Dave?
We
They don't call
do
Endicott
not
Dave. That's
call
for the
him
mundane.
Dave.
Wait.
Who
I'm
is
sorry. He pulls out a little pocketbook. It's here somewhere.
the cultivator.
Yes, that one.
You aren't gonna get that on the first manipulator. You're gonna have to roll for that. But they bristle when you bring up the cultivator. And I mean they really bristle. These guys are emotionless, faceless weirdos, and you can tell they've bristled.
Yes, I mean, I would like to know if you guys don't want to tell me because it's a sore subject. I understand that we've been incredibly helpful after being kind of mysterious benefactor to the whole reason I'm here.
He is not one of us anymore. If you see him,
Not anymore.
if you
Yes.
see him, tell him his debt must be repaid in full. And they turn around and they leave.
All right, awesome. This is shaping up to be a really good. Where's everyone else at?
Well, before you do that, Schlengel is whispering with the last breaths he has, because they said he has a message for you.
Wait.
Mm-hmm. Flebs?
He's got the compendium on him, right?
No. It's already been given to you. It's already been given to.
Jericho has
Yeah, Jericho's got it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that.
That's okay. He is whispering at you, Jericho. If you are willing to listen.
I will. I'll kind of like lean over a little bit. What is it, Schlengel? What is it? Is little Jimmy down the well again?
Fuck you, and then he just dies. No, I'm not gonna do that. He says, you must go to the pillar. It will show you what you need to know. But I need to ask something to Jimmy.
Is a message you can pass along? I don't think he'll be here before you.
He's within he's like
yeah,
50.
we're
Oh.
Yeah.
me and
Oh.
Callista's right there. I'm still holding Callista, so I'll walk over there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you want to bring
that.
Do you want to bring Fala? Do you want to bring Fala as well? Like just to pop her up somewhere, so you're all in the sort of the same area.
She'd appreciate.
Just one person on each shoulder.
Mm.
Well, I was kind of picturing I got Callista in like the princess carrying.
Yeah, that's more what I expected too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
All right, I'll walk over and I will kneel down next to Schlengel.
You know you are not alone. Yes.
Yes, I do.
When did you know?
when I got here.
Wayland told you.
Yes, she did.
No species should be truly alone. I am glad that there are just the two of you left. I only wish we had had one in our facility to work on. Now, this is not, he's not saying this to he's not saying this to mock you. Before you do anything like killing, he's not. I want you guys to just think about what he just said. Really think about what he just said.
Yeah, I already. Does he not know that Wayland was the?
Hmm?
Like, does he not know that Wayland was the one?
It's the opposite.
Do you not know? Do we not know?
Who is conscious right now? Jimmy, give me a sharp roll, real quick.
Who's conscious
sure.
right now?
Well, because
That's
you're
a
not
good
conscious.
ass
you-
question.
That's how you know it's been a hard
Okay.
fight.
Jericho.
Hard
You know what?
day.
Jericho, Flebs, can you two give me one as well, please? So that's a 9 for Jimmy.
Sure.
Yes, please. 10 for Jericho. 10 for Flebs.
Good job, team.
He says, because obviously the thing that should be sticking out at this moment is that you have been attacked by a Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, that means the Sasquatch that
that
tore
was
the
the
chicken
ship.
half wasn't.
So, yeah, I mean,
Schlengel doubles
if
here.
you want to bring that up to him, and I'll tell you what that sharp roll means.
Wasn't that the shifter? I thought we knew that already, didn't we?
the shifty thing, yeah, but let's just see what happens.
Okay.
But what? Wait, hold on. What about the Sasquatch that tore the assistant in half?
Sasquatch, no, that was I hired someone to do that. They did not say they could change. And
What? Damn.
you guys hear the sounds of a ripping sensation. And I'm going to hope my audio holds up for this bit. I'm going to try. We're going to try. Just because I want you guys to have the full experience here. Does anyone want to take a guess at what's going down? Does anyone want to take a guess about what's going down?
Audio. As soon as your stream started.
Yeah. Is it any good now? Is it okay?
Yeah,
That was pretty solid.
Now.
Okay.
that was.
Okay.
What was the question?
Does anybody want to take a guess at what's going on? What's about to happen?
Is it about the fractal energy from earlier?
Ooh. If you can guess it right, Jericho, I'll give you an experience point.
Wait. Wait, what? That was my guess. Wait, what?
Was it within the fractal energy? Explain though. What do you think? What do you mean by the fractal energy?
Does it mean that Schlengel was unaware of the fractal energy that was being that the Leshing had, like the life draining aspect of it?
Maybe you should ask him.
Oh, is he not dead? Awesome. I thought you,
No,
like,
he's still
froze, like,
he's
for a
still
second.
talking. No. He's just like a prolonged. He's holding on. Like there's an energy within him, and he's basically just holding on at the moment.
Schlengel, where'd you come across fractal energy from?
So you're hearing this ripping sound in the background, by the way, but you don't know what it is. And he says, "Fractal energy is not something you could harness. It must be given by a fractal.
Who gave it to you?
My client, the one who was there to carry out the job, he had a hat with horns. And
Oh, damn it.
he is the energy is drained from him as you hear the sack that the spider ripped put him into ripped open, and out steps that same individual you saw back in the Hotel Inertia, clad in gravedigger makeup, with a lanky frame and the top hat and the horns on his head. And he bows and smiles at all of you.
Well, look way down the river. And what do you think
and says,
I see a band of angels.
Yeah,
And they're
he was beginning to talk too much. I don't quite like blabbermouths, me. Lovely to see you all again, detectives. I'm afraid I told a little fib when we met before. Does anyone want to take a guess at the fib?
No.
Go on,
Who's
Lucy.
standing there? That audio cut out for me. I'm not sure if anyone else caught that.
Oh no, I got it. It's the
Yeah.
it's the guy who's making deals with us in Hotel Inertia.
This is the one who helped save Pink Gunkerson's life.
Yeah. Guy? I thought that was the
It was like a demon.
Mm-hmm.
director.
It's a,
Nope.
sh- it's
Nope.
a-
No,
it's a
no,
shapeshifter.
he was disguised as the concierge
And he
Oh, right,
shapeshifted.
right,
when he was
He
with
took the deal.
Marco.
Yeah, it's
That's
been a
right.
while.
Yeah,
he kind of he's just cheekily grinning and just says, does anyone want to take a guess at the fib I told?
In the middle of the air. And if these wings don't fail me, I will meet you anywhere. Ain't no
It's been a long day. Why don't you just humor us and tell us?
He takes a hand and takes it across his face, and the gravedigger makeup disappears.
Well, meet me, mother and father.
And it's
Ain't
Like-
no grave.
And mama, you
um,
know that I'll be there
he says,
when I check in, my lord.
ain't no gravedigger.
I knew it. I guessed it.
Yes, you did, Flebs.
Experience.
Can hold
Yes.
my body down.
Yes.
There ain't no
Very well
grave
done.
can hold my
I
body
Bitch.
down.
don't think you're quite ready for everything that embodies what I am. But I'll let you in on a little sneak peek. Jericho, you and I, it's actually a little bit strange, but we're pretty similar. We're cut from a pretty similar cloth, my friend.
Oh yeah, now you figure.
Well, it's not every day you can do what I can do. And he lifts his hands up, and all of you are pinned to the ground with an insurmountable force of gravity. It takes every breath out of your lungs, and it makes your ears ring. And Jimmy, for you, and for Mocha Mocha, it creates a massive divot in the ground, and then he lets up and says, yeah, there's more than one show in town, I'm afraid. And Jericho, it's gonna pop off soon. You better be ready.
Oh, come on, bud. We can skip theatrics. What do you want? Just tell me. Come on, help a fractal out.
I'm not letting you roll manipulate someone because you got a 14 the last time.
You're scared. You're scared.
Well, yeah, a little bit. You did too well. You won't. There's a high chance you won't fail, and then he'll have to reveal everything. But to be fair, he probably wouldn't anyway. But he.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
No, it's, you know what? No, we'll let no, I'm not gonna meta game. You go ahead. You roll. You fucking roll. Go ahead. But you're gonna have you've just been gravity pressed into the ground, so you got a -1. Watch as he still gets a fucking 15. But if you do, I'll tell you.
Fair.
Go ahead. No. If you get it, I'll tell you. I'm no pussy.
Which is
So
saying
it's a
something for
-1, right?
Jericho.
Yep.
-1.
There it is.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, there's a part of me like,
there we
please,
go.
let's be like
There
a
we go.
12 or 11. Like,
Yeah, so yeah, you got a 6. He just looks at you and just laughs and is like, Jericho, I know you don't like theatrics, but if you haven't gathered, that's kind of my thing. And you seem to be a very smooth talker. You seem to be very clever. People tend to tell you whatever you want. But why on earth would I ever just tell you straight up, fractal to fractal, I'm not scared of you. You're an equal. And you're also a threat.
I mean, I'm Jericho Branch. I'm harmless. I like birds and shit like that, man.
Jericho, you're the Stormcaller. And soon, very, very soon, you're going to become more than that.
Ooh. All right, then, what do we call you?
I came here as a courtesy to you, Jericho Branch. Partly a courtesy. Granted, I had a job here. I had a contract, and I fulfilled it. Part of my job, not with those freaky fucking farmers. Deals are what I do. And maybe the next time we meet, you'll figure more out about me, but for now, you can call me Damos. And Jericho, the fractal hunt's about to begin. So good luck. And he envelops himself in a bubble, a black bubble, and disappears.
Jericho's kind of starts singing under his breath, like repeating like his name Damos over and over again, and says then starts repeating fractal hut a couple times before going silent.
Yeah. All that's left, gang, is to investigate the Obsidian Pillar. And then we are done for the day. But I am willing to let y'all have a short rest. Get everyone back in. Let the nightmares part. We can have some time pass, and you can go there before you leave if you want to do that.
Yeah.
If we have time, I'm pretty wiped after today, so I'm gonna go to bed soon.
Mm-hmm. Should only
You guys feel free to do that without me. That's fine.
Yeah. It should only be I would say about 10 minutes, or we simply mark it here. And we pick it up on Wednesday.
I'm down
It'll
to
be fine
investigate the
either
pillar.
way.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
we
do
do the
way,
pillar
but-
thing. Yeah.
Okay. So because we can tack on any scenes you want to do with any of the stuff afterwards, that's not a big deal. We'll do that on Wednesday.
Mhm.
But you guys have a short rest. We'll say you rest up in the makeshift infirmary, and we'll deal with the fallout of everything on Wednesday. But you guys make your way back down, and you are stood at the foot of this obsidian pillar. And yeah, I mean, you guys would have heard about this before, but obviously, if any of you want to roll, I know obviously Flebs, I read about this sort of thing, but you would have heard about the obsidian pillar before now. In fact,
Yep.
you heard about it from
Lots of times.
Well, yeah. So where have you heard about it?
Faye,
Concierge.
first of all.
Faye.
Yeah, the concierge too. Yeah.
Would have been Faye or Eliza what told us about.
Faye.
It was Faye. It was definitely Faye.
Gotcha.
Because she told Callista about it.
Mm.
We definitely heard. I feel like we heard it at least like a couple times in Hotel Inertia.
I think one of them may have been from Nautilus, but I know for sure the concierge told us she was dying.
Nautilus
I don't know
definitely
about
did too.
Nautilus.
I
Did he?
feel like he did.
I'm not sure.
He mentioned something about it. I don't know if he said anything like clear, but
Okay.
It's being vague.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, exactly. He just said something. He said some kind of cryptic shit about it, as everyone has been doing.
Yeah.
Do you know? So you don't know anything specific about it at the moment.
No, did we get anything from the tarot cards? I feel like the pillar was.
Have a look. See.
I'm sure
Someone
I
was
should
like
write it
with the
down.
pillar in their tarot card.
That's what I thought, right? The pillar was like
Yeah.
a. One sec.
The tower was the card you're thinking of.
Mm. Oh, Jericho's card said, yes, Jericho's card of the world said, find the obsidian pillar, it is almost time, beware the fractals, beware the void, beware death.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh,
Okay.
where are all of those things.
There's your pillar. Luce, could you do me a favor, please, just for my memory? I don't know if they're in a separate. I might actually know. I'm gonna make a separate text channel real quick, and then while I'm going through this, just call it tarot cards. Just copy and paste them into there for me, please. So you guys approach the pillar, and all the staff have left you alone, and after a minute, the sky around blackens, and you are sort of left in this little void, and it says, "You have finally arrived. Present your cards, ask one question, and be sincere with your intent. I will give you an answer, and before we depart, a prediction of the things to come. This is my purpose, to pass on the story." So, as he said, each one of you present your card. Obviously, for Jericho and Callista, you can choose to give just one, or you can give both. It's up to you. And ask one question that your character would really want. He'll give you an answer. We'll try and keep him briefish. So essentially about 10 minutes, and then he'll give you a prediction, and that'll be it.
Jericho approached and present his world card.
The story protagonist going first. Respect it. The world, you say?
Shut. Yes.
The world. An individual gendered and formless, blackened entirely, standing in a circle, an Ouroboros devouring all around them. Find the obsidian pillar, it is almost time. Beware the fractals, beware the void, beware death. What is your question, Jericho Branch? Now, I should mention to y'all, real quick. I don't know you're going to get this opportunity again. I don't know I'll ever put in another device that gives you omniscient answers. So it's your call. Like, I
This
might.
is a lot of pressure.
I mean, I might. I mean, obviously, again, this isn't the end of any of your journey. So, like, it can just be relevant to what's going on now. I'm just, I'm not going to bullshit you. You don't have to roll anything.
Okay.
I should have said you had to roll something. Damn. Oh, well.
It's too late now. You said it.
It's true. So, Jericho.
Jericho will look back. Will look back towards Callista and Flebs, and kind of at the last minute, think about it and change his question to what is the fractal hunt?
The fractals are made of a raw energy stemming across the cosmos. Every planet has within it special powers. Elements of nature, elements of space, elements of time, converging into physical form for those inherently gifted, those alerted to the pains of the world, those with aptitude. They then become arbiters, hosts of the fractals. In previous times, they were heralded as soothsayers, warriors, generals, priests, gods. The fractal hunt is an inevitability of the cycle of the fractals. For they come once a millennia, and only one will leave. One member of the fractals will eventually hunt down and absorb the others. It is a trial by fire. It is combat through apex predation. Predation, that's terrible. Combat via slaughter. An apex predator hunting down the weakest of the runts. What is wrong? I'm so tired. I'm ruining this. I'm going to have to redo this in dubbing. Hunting down the weakest, the runt of the litter. Only one can remain at the end of the fractal hunt.
I see. Thank you.
Only one?
Is that your
Gotta
question,
make sure
Flebs
Jericho
Taylor?
lives. No, no,
That sounds
no, no, no.
ominous.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Sorry.
Just to confirm, Giant Stone. No.
You don't want to do that with me. You don't want to do that with
Sorry.
bear in mind, you and I are both very tired, Flebs, and we will screw each other if we can.
Now,
And you've already had a colonoscopy, so you're already quite tired.
Plot-wise.
Okay,
Plot-wise.
neutral energy.
okay. All right. I was gonna say.
All right, okay.
Callista, you want to go next?
I mean,
Fleb's gotta think about this.
Let's save Callista for last,
oh thank God.
because
Okay.
I can tell she's not ready.
I don't have a card.
Fala, that's a fair point actually, Fala. Why don't you approach anyway?
All right. Yeah, Fala walks up and I don't have a card, but I got questions too.
This is an anomaly. You do not belong here. I see. You represent the card of the fool. New beginnings, new horizons, change, everlasting change. However, a choice will appear, and you will be forced to make the hardest of the two paths. Yours to walk. Now you have a tarot card. What is your question?
Does it have to be? It has to be about the tarot card.
No, it doesn't.
But,
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's not about the tarot card's just to sort of represent who you are. It gives you a baseline, but no, you can ask it about whatever. I just gave you a tarot card because you should have one anyway,
I should. You're right. Let's see.
and the fool works for you perfectly.
Uh,
Not like
Rude
that.
again.
Not like
Rude
that.
again.
No, it's guys. It's new beginnings. It's the start.
Right.
Stop it. Mean. You guys are mean. I'm improving all of this. Hope you realize that. That prediction off the top of my head.
That was actually
The fractal explanation off the top of my
Claps
head.
for
I am
TJ.
I am a sleepy
Claps for
boy.
TJ. You are.
Okay.
So good. So proud. Anyway, my question is then what information can I get about the fractal hunt, I guess?
Hmm.
Do I have to roll for it? What do I have
No,
to roll?
no rolling. What information can
rolling.
you get?
Yeah. What can you tell me about the fractal hunt? Or
You're asking what you can get out. So you're asking how you can find it, not from him. That's fine.
yeah.
The pillar says there are multiple methods to seek information on the fractal hunt. The most direct for you is to go to the future to seek secrets about the past. But if this is not possible, you will find the answer lying amongst the dead.
The dead here or the dead in the future?
The dead here, the dead that you congregate with. Continue your work. The answer will come to you.
Got it. Okay. Fala backs away and starts petting Gus
Fair enough.
anxiously.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy. Thank you for noticing.
Nice pillar. That's a nice pillar.
I
Oh
am
god,
an,
we can't have another Mr. Sticky situation.
I am an ancient corporeal being that has been here since time immemorial. I am not a good boy.
Yeah, they
Don't
say
upset the
stuff like
pillar.
that all the time.
Don't upset it.
Approach the pillar, bespectacled one with the nice cat.
Okay. Here's my card. It says the Hermit.
You have
Probably
been
because
blessed.
I'm
with-
so lonely.
Wow. Jeez, okay.
Oh my god.
Do you guys not hug him? What is going on here? Oh, okay. The Hermit. You have been blessed with remarkable insight, yet you are still unable to see the greatest secret under your nose. When you learn the truth, what will become of you?
You're asking me?
No,
just
that is
read
what
the
it says
card.
on your tarot card.
Yeah, that's right. I figured that out.
Then what is your question?
I guess my question. Omniscient pillar. I don't know.
You can make it very direct.
Yeah,
and
you
just
Jericho
tried to
had a
throw me.
great
You tried to
question.
throw me under the bus.
Well, yeah, I didn't know what to ask.
Flebs, you can go if you don't know, you can go the direct one of literally what just happened to you and just ask about that.
What just happened to me?
As in, like, you can ask like about
What you
your
discovered.
state with, you know, what Nautilus revealed about you. If you want to know more about that, or about Nautilus, like, or you can if you want, you can save your question until you know.
I can't put this pillar in my juju bag.
No, and I think
That'd be pretty
you
sweet.
would piss off a lot of ancient beings if you did. But you can come
Okay.
back here. This place exists. It's you know, you could do it on your own time when you know if you want to hold off.
Okay. So I feel like I don't know everything about being a gravedigger. Can you please enlighten me on things I should know, things I should be aware of about gravedigger life, pros and cons, weaknesses, strengths that I might know? You know, anything like
plan.
that.
Benefits dental.
I can tell you about your experiences as a gravedigger, not about the collective.
Okay.
You flitter between life and death. You are neither here nor there. I am to understand you are the first gravedigger, the prototype. You still experience, you still love, you still continue And yet, I see a clock above your head, and it is ticking down. Ever down. I do not know what will happen to you when it is empty, but I can see the shadow of death looming over you. To be a gravedigger, to be the first gravedigger, is to set the standard. What you are now is what a gravedigger should be.
Okay. That's cool. Special gravedigger. Maybe best gravedigger. I like that.
Trust you to find a positive in being an undead creature.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm the first.
Look at the
Was
bright
forced
side.
into it. I'm the best, you know. Okay.
These other shitty gravediggers can't even love.
Remember, I really
Can
glad you're
you?
saying that in character because you'd probably get punched by Chewy again.
Look at me, love it all. Love it all here.
You're happy
Yeah,
now.
Flebs, you're asking to be humbled.
You're happy now. Imagine if the pillow went, by the way, your cat is going to die soon. Then you wouldn't be.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Then you wouldn't be. Yeah, yeah. But the pillow would never do that because Julia's immortal.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jimmy?
Flebs turns
Okay.
and looks at the group and he's like, you know, I love you guys. I never said it once, but I do. That's it.
That's very nice.
That is very nice. From the distance, you hear Paint Guggerson go, cringe! No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
That is very nice. That is very nice.
We're having a moment.
Can I turn that obsidian pillar into paint? Okay, no, we're getting off track. All right. Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy will approach the pillar and hold out his card.
The card of strength. Yours has led you to many remarkable places, and it has also dropped you into the deepest pits of loneliness. One day soon you will have the opportunity to go home, but will you have the strength to make the right choice? Your question.
My question to you would be, how would I, or how do I obtain the strength to make the right choice in the end?
The pillar goes silent for a minute as it ponders your question. And it says, that strength comes from freeing yourselves of the burden of grief, from embracing the life of freedom and love. It comes from knowing that the right choice is the only choice.
Thank you.
And last but not least, our favorite bird.
Okay. Callista steps forward and hands ooh, which card? Hands over the card of death.
Yeah.
I think
When-
she's got the picture on that one.
Yeah, when you hand that to him, Callista, you change into your eldritch form automatically. And that black sky now has that red sun once more, but something is moving behind it. There is an eye starting to peek out from the eclipse. And it says, I have been waiting for you when they discovered me in the wreckage and unearthed me, I put the idea in their minds to have me on display, so I would be in the right place at the right time just for you, daughter of the Elder One. Nobody lives forever. Memento mori. I am of service. Ask, and I shall answer.
Callista lets out a slow breath and looks up toward the sky and says, will I bring about the destruction of Sturgeon?
I don't like that laugh.
Gonna have to roll for that one, bud.
No, I promised no rolls. I promised.
I know.
I'm
That shit was funny.
I'm genuinely toying with the idea of making you wait until Wednesday.
No.
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
Just cut to the CSI music.
No.
No, that's Margot.
No, we can't do that anymore.
Okay.
Margot's
not?
ghost will come down.
Yeah,
Bitch, that's
why
my
not?
theme
Yeah, why
song.
not?
It's my theme song.
No, you know what? I'm actually gonna hold on to that until Wednesday.
Damn it!
Oh.
The cliffhanger.
Guys, I did it this time.
Dun 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 dun.
I asked too good a question.
Next time on Nightmare Detectives, the bird gets the worm.
I thought you were gonna say the bird gets the word.
I doubt so too.
Sorry. Hold on. Retake. Next time on Nightmare Detectives, the early bird gets the word.
Dun, dun, dun.
Detectives, I want to thank all of our patrons. First up, the Sturgeonite Faithfuls, Haley Clark, Larry W, Foe, Perdell12, and Sabrina. Our Purple Crayon Eaters, Feeny Von Karma, Marianne Peck, and Max. Our janitors, Amy Shan, Alex Nunez, Arkham Cookie, and Ethan Nelson. Our Nightmare Detective, Adrian Rodriguez. Our Void Walker, Evan Diaz. And of course, our Blackwell family member, Papa Kayo Blackwell. As I always say, thank you all so much for giving up your hard-earned time and money to Dusklight Radio, to the Nightmare Detectives, to what we're doing here. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we'll be looking to do a Discord server so that we can better connect everybody and better put those benefits to good use. And I really hope you will have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'll see you again when the sun sets and dusk enters the station.